lọ́jọ́ kẹwàá oṣù kẹwàá ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ gbọ́ lọ́jọ́ tó ń sọjọ́ ìbí ọmọ aládìkú lóyè Sunday Adéyẹmọ májàsọ́lá àdìsá aka Ìgbòho Òòṣà nípa bí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ìfẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ àpapọ̀ Yorùbá àti gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ lábẹ́ ààrẹ wa ọmọọba Adédayọ̀ Fáládé àti igbákejì ààrẹ ọmọ Kẹ́hìndé Àbẹ̀bí tí ń ṣe ìrọ́kẹ̀kẹ̀ ìgbáradì níbàámu pẹ̀lú ìfẹ́ àti ẹ̀mí ìforihàn fàgbékalẹ̀ àyẹ́sí ọjọ́ ìbí Ìgbòho fún tọdún yìí pẹ̀lú àkọlé Dinner with Ìgbòho bákan náà làwọn ọmọ gba ọ̀pọ̀ ní àgbáyé lálejò Tajudeen Ọlárẹ̀wájú Àjàlá láti wá ṣe àyẹ́sí fún olóyè Ìgbòho lọ́jọ́ náà tí ó wáyé nínú gbọ̀ngàn ńlá ní London Kensington 179-199 Holland Park Avenue London W114UL United Kingdom bẹ̀rẹ̀ látago 7 ìrọ̀lẹ́ ẹlẹ́lẹ́dago 12 òru bákan náà láti kí wa kú ìmúrasílẹ̀ ìwọ́de làmìlaka tẹgbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ ènìyàn tí ó wáyé nílùú ọba 1 million rally in London lọ́jọ́ 12 oṣù kẹwàá tó jẹ́ ọjọ́ kẹtàdínà pẹ̀lú Ìgbòho lẹ́yìn tọ́láyọmí Koikimedia àti galára rẹ̀ ó máa ṣàkóso rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọ̀kan ọ̀jọ̀kan àwọn àlàkalẹ̀ ìrọ̀rùn nípa bá a ṣe máa fi ọkọ̀ àjàgbé ńlá ní London route bus gbé àwọn àgbààgbà àti àwọn abarapá gbogbo láti BBC in Oxford títí tí ìwọ́de ó fi parí sí Paris Trafalgar Square tó bá wá di ọjọ́ kẹtàlá ọjọ́ kẹrin Dinner with Ìgbòho láwọn máa ṣàbẹ̀wò lọ sí ìlú Manchester gan fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé síwájú sí i tàbí láti dá sí ètò ìfọlọ́ndrìlì ẹ lè pè tàbí kẹ́ WhatsApp Ọláyọmí Kóìkì lórí +447-594-050-979 Yàtúbí lórí +447-570-320-030 Tóyìn Ọláoyè lórí +447-896-018-764 lápapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá àgbáyé pátápátá ní àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ìfẹ́lọ́dọ̀ àpapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe kí ọmọ aládìkú wípé ẹ kú ọdún ẹgbẹ́ ìyẹ̀dún àti ìsàmọ́dún sẹ́ẹ̀mí ìtayà tọmọ Yorùbá wọ́n ní mídíà ló kéde lórúkọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá.
Akíkanjú obìnrin adúláwọ̀ àgbáyé jẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ àṣà ìdálẹ̀ Yorùbá pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ kan káàkiri àgbáyé láti gbogbo ilẹ̀ Áfíríkà títí dé Europe, Asia, Amẹ́ríkà, Gúúsù Amẹ́ríkà, Australia àti Canada. Àánú àti àfojúsùn wa ní ìmúgbòòrò èdè àti ìmúgbòòrò àṣà tí Yorùbá lápòkèdélẹ̀ ní gbogbogbò. A máa ń ṣe ọjọ́ àṣà ìdálẹ̀ àti àṣà Yorùbá tí a pe àkọlé rẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ àdìrẹ àdìrẹ́dẹ́. Ọjọ́ àdìrẹ yìí ó jẹ́ ọjọ́ kan láti ṣe àfihàn ní kíkún àṣà wa bó ti lẹ́wà àti bó ṣe lọ́rọ̀ nígbà gbogbo nínú oúnjẹ, ijó, ìmúra, orin kíkọ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ àfihàn yìí máa ń wáyé lọ́dọọdún tí àtẹ̀jáde wúndíá náà wáyé ní ìlú Ìbàdàn ìbílẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ní oṣù kẹwàá ọdún 2023. Ó sì jẹ́ àṣeyọrí ńlá.
Àwọn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ọdún tó kọjá àwọn ni wọ́n lè sọ.
Ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ni yóò gbàlejò ọjọ́ àdìrẹ tiwantiwa 2024.
Èyí yóò wáyé ní ọjọ́ Sátidé ọjọ́ kẹsàn-án oṣù kọkànlá ọdún tí a wà nínú èyí
ní gbọ̀ngàn Afẹ́wọ̀rọ̀ Gardens, Onis Palace, Ẹnu Ọwá, Ilé Ifẹ̀, Ọ̀ṣun State.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ ìlú wà pàtàkì wá ń so gbogbo ẹ̀yin onílé iṣẹ́ ńláńlá kẹ́ ẹ máa bọ̀ kẹ́ ẹ wá darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ká fi tiwa ká fi gbé tiyín lárugẹ kẹ́ ẹ̀yin náà kẹ́ fi tiyín kẹ́ fi gbé tiwa lárugẹ.
Fún wa láti gbé àṣà ọmọ Yorùbá tiwantiwa lárugẹ nípa ti ìpàtẹ àti ìpolówó ọjà yín.
Ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹ pè àwọn ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wa wọ̀nyí.
Fún sísanwó ìpàtẹ àti ìpolówó ọjà yín, a lè sanwó sí ilé ìfowópamọ́ wa. Àṣà ọmọ Yorùbá tiwantiwa Wema Bank.
Àdìrẹ tiwantiwa èyí tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà tí a ti ṣe irú ẹ̀rí ní ìlú Ìbàdàn la tún fẹ́ ṣe ní ìlú Ọ̀ṣun State. Kí Ọlọ́run ó wà pẹ̀lú wa o. Orúkọ mi ni ìyáàfin Modúpẹ́ Ọláẹ̀yìnbọ̀ tí mo jẹ́ welfare officer.
Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ tún lè kàn sí wa lórí àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ wa lórí afẹ́fẹ́ ayélujára àṣà ọmọ Yorùbá tiwantiwa @gmail.com.
Mo fi àsìkò yìí kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá jákèjádò àgbáyé níbikíbi tí a bá wà pé a kú àkókò yìí o. Àmọ́ fi àsìkò yìí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run àti gbogbo àwa tá a kópa nínú àdìrẹ tiwantiwa dé.
A fi ètò àdìrẹ tiwantiwa dé ìlélẹ̀ ní ìtí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í ṣe ní àti ọdún tó kọjá nílùú Ìbàdàn.
Ní Àdámọ̀sígbà mo dẹ̀ tún fi àsìkò yìí pé gbogbo wa pé ká múra kájọ sowọ́pọ̀
ní ọdún 2024 ìyá wa ń gbé lọ sí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run, ìṣe àṣà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kò ní bàjẹ́ o.
Àdìrẹ tiwantiwa 2024 wá lóyún. Akíkanjú obìnrin adúláwọ̀ ìfẹ́ adúláwọ̀ ní jẹ ìlú Modúpẹ́ Ọlá Àṣírí.
Orúkọ mi ò yí padà o, èmi ni Ìfẹ́ Olúwa Ìdòwú tí mo jẹ́ organizing secretary.
Orúkọ mi ni Yẹmí Akíndélé.
Orísun wa ò gbọdọ̀ gbẹ odò tó bá gbẹ orísun rẹ̀ ni yóò gbẹ o.
Let me tell you, dirty, dingy, dusty, racist prick Sutton, yeah? You want to start racist riots around the UK, but you don't know your fucking history. Well, I'm here to give you a history lesson. The reason why immigrants came to this dusty, dingy fucking country is because half of your men were wiped out by World War fucking II. They didn't do it because they wanted equality. They didn't do it because they wanted diversity. They wanted black people to come over to this country and rebuild it again. And you want to know the real reason why you won World War II? It's because India, yeah? India sent around 1.2 million Indians to come and fight the fucking fight because they were part of the Commonwealth, you understand? So if you knew your fucking history, you wouldn't be going after immigrants so fucking hard. America didn't save your ass, Clark. It was India, yeah? And you're talking about you want your jobs back. What fucking jobs are you talking about? Where are they? Are they on Indeed? Are they on Total Jobs? Where are they? Because there's 9 million jobs, yeah, that you can access, that you can fucking apply for. So where the fuck are these immigrants taking jobs? What, you want toilet cleaning? You want office cleaning jobs? You want carer jobs? You want car wash jobs? You want nail salon jobs? You want barbershop jobs? That's what you're angry about. The reason why you don't have those fucking jobs is because you don't have the skill set. You don't add to anything. You are laborers. That is what your history is known for. You are factory workers. You are miners. Most of you work in fucking construction because you can't string a sentence together. But you want to target fucking immigrants. How dare you? Let me tell you something else. The reason why you don't have jobs is because the UK don't export anything. They don't build fuck all. They don't do fuck all. And they don't invent fuck all. And you people ain't gonna work for £5 an hour in a factory. You're best staying on fucking benefits. So instead of being angry at the immigrants trying to make an honest fucking living, I suggest you look towards the Houses of Parliament, because those are the people who put you in poverty. And you can throw all the racist parties you want. We ain't fucking going anywhere. So get fucking used to it. And if it weren't for the immigrants that came over here and made your country great again, you'd be living with animals, piss and shit. Do you understand? Oh. And the homeless and the toothless can't tell me shit about this country. This is my country now. Do something. And I'm not talking about all white people. I'm talking about racist white people. And if you feel offended by this video, then it's you and me I talk to.
Share the program, invite your friend. We are in the week 13 as we now move into a very, very important discussion on the goodwill and the prosperity, the good news, path to prosperity in our Orileede Yoruba. This particular topic has got to do with security. So very, very important. I will not have the time to start calling names and appreciating you. We'll do that after the program. Moki Bugua. Topic very, very unique, very important. It is part of the reason why we are doing Yoruba Nation. So I'd say welcome, share the program, and let's crack on as quickly as possible, because there's a lot of other engagement that I have to attend to before certain period of time. So I want to crack on as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Mo kí gbogbo wa pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì wa tí a mọ̀ sí Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Ẹ bá wa gbọ́ wọlé share button. Almost quarter to 1700 hours. And that will probably be the same time with Nigeria, which is quarter to 5 p.m. local time. We're running the same time right now until the weather change, and then the UK will change the clock. But for now, where I live is the United Kingdom, and this is where the transmission is coming from. Moki Professor Adebanji Akitoye, the leader of the Yoruba self-determination and the leader of the movement. Molobe Moki Otumba Demola, the deputy of the YSDM, and likewise Moki Babawa, Dr. Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igbowo, popularly known as Igbowo Osha or Igbowo Eledumare. Molobe Moki gbogbo àwọn leaders in the movement and as many people that have also been part of this particular program. It is a fight that we are doing. Kò ń ṣe torí èní nìkan, torí ọ̀la, torí ìran wa, torí kí a má bàa sọnù. So gbogbo ètò tí à ń gbé wá sórí ìkànnì yìí, ètò àlàáfíà ni, kò ń ṣe ètò tó fẹ́ dà lóru, ètò tó fẹ́ tún ìlú kan tò tó ń pè ní Yoruba country tí ó kúrò lọ́wọ́ wa ní 1914. Because 1914 ni, okay? 1914 ni àwọn òyìnbó ló dá gbogbo ìrìn àjò ilé ayé ọmọ Yorùbá rú. Wọ́n gba ìdánimọ̀ wa, wọ́n gba dignity wa, wọ́n gba àṣà wa, kódà wọ́n gba security wa. Ní UK tí mò ń gbé tí ìdáàbòbò wà, it is because there is an adequate security. Ìdáàbòbò tó pé tó yẹ òun ni àwọn aráàlú yìí ń jàǹfààní ẹ̀. Kí ló wá lè fà á? Kí ló lè ṣẹlẹ̀ tó fi di pé ní àyíká tiwa, ní agbègbè tiwa kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀? Kí ló fà á tí a fi ní ìdáàbò fáwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ nílé àti èyí tó ń bẹ ní ẹ̀yìn odi? Àwọn ìdí yẹn ni Bàbá Akitoye ṣe sọ fún wa nínú àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ tí a ti ń kà tí ó pé week 13 lénìí, pé ká máa polongo fáwọn ọmọ Yorùbá pé tẹ́ bá wà nínú Nàìjíríà, a ti rí pé gbogbo security Nàìjíríà ó ti wà compromise. We can go on and play videos and audios. Ẹni tó bá ṣì ń sọ níbi tílẹ̀ ṣú dé ní agbègbè yín, níbikíbi tẹ́ bá wà nílùú àgbáyé tí à ń bẹ ní ayé yìí, tó bá ti sọ pé security kan ń bẹ nínú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ó ṣeé ṣe kí security wà náà ní àwọn bòmí o nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà, àmọ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tiwantiwa tá pè ní southwest part of Nigeria kò sí ìdáàbò kankan níbẹ̀. Gbogbo ìdáàbò tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fún àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù àti àwọn tó ń gbé níbẹ̀ tó jẹ́ àwọn ẹ̀yà míì, wọ́n ò ṣe fún wa. Kí ló fà á? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan? Ṣé àláwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n lè jà fún security fún wa ni? Àbí pé kí nìdí gan tí a fi ń sọ pé security wà mẹ́hẹ̀? Ìdí pàtàkì kan tí a lè mú nínú ẹ̀ ni pé àjọṣepọ̀ wa àti Nàìjíríà òun ló fa pé kí ìdáàbò kó má wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lénìí. Kò ń ṣe lénìí ni security problem ti wà nínú Nàìjíríà àti ní southwest part of Nigeria. In tó ti ń bẹ tipẹ́tipẹ́ ni. Tá bá ní ká playback sẹ́yìn, a rí pé for decades ni a ti ní problem pẹ̀lú borders. Mo dẹ̀ máa ń sọ nǹkan kan pé ìlú tí kò bá ti ní border àbí tí border bá ti mẹ́hẹ, ìlú yẹn máa ní problem. Tá bá lọ sí ìlú kan tó ń pè ní East Germany ní 1961, a year lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí a gba òmìnira gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe sọ fún wa. There was what they called a sealed border. What sealed border wọn? Between Berlin, the East and the West. They later built a Berlin Wall, which divided the city for 28 years. Lóòótọ́, wọ́n padà wó wall yẹn, and they've now become one single block, rather than the East Germany and the West Germany. But kí ló lè fà á tó fi di pé àti rìn láti Kwara wá sí Kogi dé Ondo, Èkìtì, Ọ̀ṣun, tá máa fi dé ìlú Ọ̀yọ́, tá máa fi wọ Ògùn State, tá máa wá fi lulẹ̀ sí Lagos State, ìdáàbò sí fún wa. Ṣé kò sówó ni? Ṣá lè sọ pé àwọn gómìnà wa wọ̀ fún wọn ní owó tó tówó láti ṣàbò fún wa, àbí wọ́n mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ ṣèkà fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá? Torí pé tá bá ní ká gbé yẹ̀wò, a rí pé kò ń ṣe pé kò sí owó tí wọ́n ná láti 25 years tí wọ́n ní àti padà sí democracy. Àmọ́ àwọn tó jẹ́ ẹni tó ń darí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ní ẹ̀ka kankan, wọ́n mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ fi ìdáàbòbò yẹn wọ́n fi sílẹ̀, wọ́n jẹ́ kó mẹ́hẹ. Àmọ́ bàbá wa Akíntóyè wá ń jẹ́ kó yé wa pé níjọ́kíjọ́ tí ìran Yorùbá bá ti gba òmìnira ta dá dúró, security will be a top priority. Kò wá sí ìlú tó fẹ́ lọ lágbàáyé lénìí, kó tó gbéra gan gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹni tó ní àwọn passport míì, wọ́n á ní kó lọ fill àwọn information kan. Ìdí tó ṣe ní ká fill àwọn information ni pé wọ́n fẹ́ mọ ẹni tó jẹ́. Kódà tó bá ní British passport tó ń lọ America, as of today, you will fill certain form online. Kí ló dé tí America ò ṣe sọ pé ẹni tó ní British passport kó kọ̀ ra ticket kó máa bọ̀ l'America? Kàmáì tẹ̀ tí wàá sọ ìlú tó ń pè nílùú jágbajàgba, ìlú jógbójògbó, ìlú òfò, ìlú àdánù tí kò lè tọ́jú àwọn èèyàn ẹ̀, tí wọ́n ń wọlé pa wá ní Ọ̀wọ̀, tó wọlé pa wá ní Gàngàn. Kò tẹ̀ ń ṣe èyí tí ó ti pẹ́, kódà àsàt àná gbogbo ala ti rí fídíò yẹn, má ní kí n fi wọ̀n ẹ́, tí wọ́n pa arákùnrin kan nílùú Àkókó níbi tó ti lọ ń dáko. Kí ló dé? Ṣé kò sí technology ni? Ṣé láwọn èèyàn tó fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ security tó lè fi ṣe ìdáàbò? Nígbà tí Buhari wà lórí oyè, ó jẹ́ kó yé wa pé Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn tẹ́ bá dá sílẹ̀, igi lẹ máa fi lé Fúlàní. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dàbí ìgbà tí a gbọ́ rí pé àwọn kan ń lo ìbọn AK-47 RPG, wọ́n invade military barracks léraléra, wọ́n ń kó ammunition. Àwọn tó bá tó wá ní àwọn ò fẹ́ ṣe mọ́ pé kọjọ́ àwọn fi Kùránì búra, àwọn ò ní pààyàn mọ́, wá gbà wọ́n sínú iṣẹ́ àmì. Ìyẹn wá jẹ́ nǹkan tó jọ wá lójú pé ǹjẹ́ kò ń ṣe pé Buhari ó ní agenda fún ọdún 8 tí Buhari ṣe lórí oyè. 28,000 Yorubas were killed during the insecurity in the land. Ìyẹn sí nínú àwọn tó kú pé economic situation. Àwọn tó kú tá ń sọ yìí, àwọn tí wọ́n kúkú oró, tó kúkú tí kò jẹ́ kó tí kú látara pé wọ́n gbé ẹ̀mí kúrò lára wọn. Àwa ń wò, à ń gbé yẹ̀wò pé ṣé kò ń ṣe pé Buhari ní agenda? Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní kò lágenda. Wọ́n nítorí pé ọmọ Fúlàní ni, pé in tó ń ṣe yẹn ó ń protect ìran tiẹ̀ ni. Ànódà bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n wá ní tí arákùnrin kan tó ń pè ní Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu bóun bá dé, kódà ìdáàbòbò tóun máa fún ọmọ Yorùbá ó máa ní more sophisticated, innovative technology. Kódà àtẹ̀ní máa lálàá pé a ní ìdáàbòbò tí kò sí nígbà tí Buhari fi wà níbẹ̀ lọ́dún 8. Àwọn kan wá ní ǹjẹ́ sure pé arákùnrin tẹ́ ń sọ yìí ó ní integrity tó lè fi ààbò fún ọmọ Yorùbá? Wọ́n ní integrity. Kódà nígbà tó wá sọ̀rọ̀ ní Chatham House nílùú London, àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá jáde ní wọ́n dùn, wọ́n gbélù jáde, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kọrin, ó lọ campaign káàkiri ó ní òun ló kàn pé tóun bá débẹ̀ òun máa ṣe ààbò fọ́mọ Yorùbá. Ǹjẹ́ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí arákùnrin tó ń pè ní Tinubu débẹ̀, ǹjẹ́ a ti rí ààbò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ní wákàtí? Ǹjẹ́ wọ́n lè tọ́ka sí pé ní agbègbè níbi tó ń gbé títí dé Lagos, Kogi, Kwara, Ondo, Ògùn, Ọ̀yọ́, Ọ̀ṣun, Èkìtì, ǹjẹ́ o lè tọ́ka sí pé ìdáàbòbò ń bẹ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lénìí? Ṣé ó sì ń gbé yẹ̀wò ni àbí kò tẹ̀ tí mọ ibi tó ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀? Kódà inú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá dùn pé ní àkọ́kọ́ ayé wa la máa ní ìtàn pè ní IGP, Inspector General Police, tó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá. Á jẹ́ pé ọmọ Yorùbá yẹn á máa ṣe gbogbo tá bá fẹ́. Tá bá sọ pé wọ́n pa wá as at today nílẹ̀ Yorùbá kan mọ̀ ní sọ state yẹn, mo sì bá DSS sọ̀rọ̀ lórí pé wọ́n ń wọlé pààyàn, wọ́n tẹ̀ ní àwọn ọlọ́pàá ò dá sọ́rọ̀ yẹn mọ́. I am talking about today, but I will not tell you the state. I spoke to the DSS. Mo rí wọn bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀, kí nìdí, torí pé táwọn tí wọ́n lọ ń jẹ oko wọn yìí táwọn bá gbègbèsẹ̀ ṣe lẹ máa yí mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. Ní àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe jàǹbá ni wọ́n, àmọ́ àwọn tó ń joko lóko yìí kí ló dé tẹ̀yìn ò rí kankan ṣe sí? Ẹmọ tí DSS sọ fún mi, wọ́n ní ká lọ ṣe sùúrù pé àwọn look into it. Mo ní but ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń fà yìí tí wọ́n ń sọ lórí ẹ̀ yìí, ọ̀rọ̀ tó ti ń lọ tó ń ṣe oṣù méjì, tó ń ṣe oṣù mẹ́ta tí a dẹ̀ ti ń reported continuously nígbà tá a rí solution lọ́dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá, ni mo ní kó gbé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lọ bá DSS. Pé bóyá DSS ní agbára, àwọn tún ní nǹkan tó lè ṣe sí. Mo ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá lénìí, ǹjẹ́ ààbò tó péye ó wà fún yín? Tá bá tẹ̀ sọ pé dá àfẹ́ lọ sóko mọ́, gbogbo ta fẹ́ máa jẹ kọ́ máa kó wá láti north, sódà ká kúkú mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ oko kò sí lára iṣẹ́ tí ọmọ Yorùbá fi máa ṣe mọ́. Ká kúkú máa wọ kadà, ká máa wa micra, ká máa wa kabúkabú, ká dẹ̀ máa ṣe yahoo, ká máa gé orí èèyàn, ká máa pààyàn látara pé ní Ìkòròdú fídíò kan wà lọ́wọ́ mi, wọ́n ní bàbá yẹn pa ọmọ ẹ̀ nítorí 100 naira. 100 naira tá máa ń sọ yìí, kódà kò ra búrẹ́dì, àmọ́ in tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ tó fi di pé bàbá pa ọmọ ẹ̀ látara pé bóyá nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ ní o, bóyá ìdíwọ́nú ilé wọn ní o, this is 100 naira. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lénìí, kí bàbá mú ọmọ ẹ̀ kó dẹ̀ pa ọmọ ẹ̀ nítorí 100 naira. Mo tún bi ọmọ Yorùbá pé ǹjẹ́ àṣìṣe kan ti dé pẹ̀lú Tinubu tẹ́ gbé wọlé yìí? Ǹjẹ́ bàbá yìí tẹ́ gbé wọlé, ǹjẹ́ tí ò tún ní wá lára ju Buhari lọ? Àwọn kan ní Koiki kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mo ní kí lẹ rí tẹ́ fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀? Wọ́n ní in tó ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ ni pé ó fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ build economy, ó ti wá gbé security fún vice president Shettima. Àmọ́ níyẹn náà tẹ̀ dá, torí pé nígbà tí Buhari wà lórí oyè, Buhari ló gbé security dání, ó gbé economy lé bàbá Gọ́sìmẹ̀ tó ń pè ní Yẹmí Ọ̀sínbàjò, shortman devil, ó gbé lé lọ́wọ́lọ́. Mo wá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá pé ẹ ṣúọ̀ pé Shettima ó máa ṣe ààbò fún wa? Wọ́n náà máa ṣààbò fún wa. Mo ní ẹ ṣúọ̀, wọ́n ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Mo ní kí lẹ̀yin rí tẹ́ fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀? Nítorí pé ẹ̀rí wà o, ẹ̀rí ń bẹ. Tó bá fẹ́ o lè lọ Google ẹ̀, tó bá mọ bó ṣe ń Google ẹ̀, mo lè bẹ́ ṣe bọ̀kún ṣe lè ní. Nígbà tí Shettima jẹ gómìnà ìyẹn ní Borno, kó tó di pé wọ́n lọ fà síta tó fi ṣe Muslimu ticket, tó confuse àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà pé Muslimu ticket òun ló dájú. Kódà ẹ má tẹ̀ mú Christian mọ́, torí pé Christian ò ṣe lára Nàìjíríà mọ́. Shettima ṣe rántí pé òun àtàwọn Boko Haram wọ́n jọ ń jẹ nínú abọ́ kan náà ni. Ìjẹ́rìí ò ti wá sọ fún wa báyìí pé Shettima tí à ń sọ yìí kó má jẹ́ òun ni Màláfíà ń sọ fún wa pé gómìnà kan ó wà lára àwọn tó jẹ́ igbá ẹ̀yìn àwọn tí à ń pè ní dáràndáràn yìí. Ọmọ Yorùbá ní kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo ní kí ló ń ṣàwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tá à ń bi yín ní ìbéèrè, tá bá ti bi yín báyìí ṣe lẹ máa yọpọrọ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́? Tí bá bí àwọn ọmọ APC wá yọpọrọ mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́. Ó dá a ní Tinubu òṣèjọba, ó ti dìjọba nísìnyí, ìjọba ló ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. àmọ́ kí ló èmi ò tẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ pé àwọn ìlú tó kù àwọn state tó kù àmọ́ lọ́dọ̀ tiwa tó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá kí ló sì ń fà á tí a sì ń rí ikú àgbàlagbà ikú ọ̀dọ́ nínú igbó níta kí ló fà á kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n ní Tinubu ti gbé security lé Shettima lọ́wọ́ mo ní Shettima àwa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń gbé yẹ̀wò à ń wò lọ́tún lósì pé ǹjẹ́ ìjọba Tinubu yìí kọ́ ló máa pa gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tán pátá nítorí pé ibi tóun bá ti fẹ́ rí ẹkọ́nọ́mì tó ò ní rí ṣe torí pé kò ní rí ṣe kò ń ṣe pé mo kíyàwó Beauty àmọ̀ pé kò lè rí ṣe àríṣe ẹ̀ pé ó máa rí ṣe yẹn ó máa pẹ́ á ti dàgbà ti dògbò kódà ipò máa rí ṣe yẹn á lọ máa fi sọ̀tàn ni mo wá ń bi ọmọ Yorùbá lọ́sàn-án yìí pé ta la ṣẹ̀ ta ni ẹlẹ́dàá wa ṣẹ̀ ká bẹ ẹlẹ́dàá wa kó jọ kó yọ wá nítorí pé ìlú tí security ẹ̀ bá ti mẹ́hẹ everyone is in danger olówó nìyẹn ni tálákà nìyẹn ni mẹ̀kúnnù kan nìyẹn ni socialite nìyẹn ni ó tẹ̀ wá lówó ni every one of us is in danger. I can take you back that ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ máa ń rò pé security tá à ń sọ yìí ó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú Fúlàní tó ń bẹ nínú igbó ṣé mọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan pè nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lénìí tí kò ní ìdáàbòbò ó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú economy when you call about security. Security ni number one priority. Ṣé mọ̀ pé omi tẹ́ ẹ̀ mu ẹ wà in danger. Ṣé mọ̀ pé wọ́n lè poison gbogbo omi kẹ́kú dànù gbogbo yín pátápátá. Have you ever thought about that? Ǹjẹ́ ti rò débi pé omi tí ó ń gba jáde tẹ́ ẹ̀ mu wọ́n lè poison ẹ̀ kó mú ẹ̀mí rẹpẹtẹ lọ. Àkọ́ máa gbọ́ pé cholera àmọ́ wọ́n fún wa ní kí ló fà á ṣé ìdọ̀tí nìkan ni àbí àwọn sleeper cells tó kó sínú Lagos gbogbo fruit tẹ́ ń rà tẹ́ ń jẹ lọ́wọ́ wọn tí gbogbo wa ń rí tó ń fọ̀ nínú gọ́tà ṣe mọ̀ pé insecurity nìyẹn ṣe mọ̀ pé àwọn súyà tẹ́ ń jẹ a rí ẹ̀rí pé wọ́n ń lo awọ èèyàn wọ́n ń lo màálù tó ti kú wọ́n fi ń ṣe súyà bọ̀ tó bá ti roasted tó fi ata tó fi pa tó gé àlùbọ́sà sí. When we talk about security of a country ṣé mọ̀ pé energy sector yín tó ń collapse ǹjẹ́ ẹ̀ ń ronú sí pé ṣé kò ń ṣe pé insecurity ló ń fà because kí ló lè máa fà kí power grid máa collapse? Are you thinking like that? Now mo tún bi wá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ṣé Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ǹjẹ́ ó ní capacity láti dáàbò bo gbogbo wa? Ó dá ká sọ pé federal òun ò lè dín pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan ẹja fòun sílẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká pe gbogbo àwọn gómìnà wa láti Kwara lọ sí Kogi state lọ sí Ondo state Ekiti state dé Ọ̀ṣun state láti dé Ọ̀yọ́ Ogun state Lagos state. Why are we having difficulties for the insecurity in the land today? Kí ló dé tá ṣe ní problem pẹ̀lú security? Is it that something is wrong somewhere and they refuse to rectify it? Láti a very long time la máa ń gbọ́ security vote. Owó kan wà tó ń pè ní security vote. Owó yẹn títí di ilẹ̀ ṣúlálẹ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó mọ value ẹ̀. But ó wà lára owó kan tó ń gbé fáwọn state governors kó fi ṣe security. Kódà àwọn private sectors they also contribute money. Dangote wà lára àwọn tó ra machine tí ọlọ́pàá máa lò tá bá lọ protest tó lè fi omi tó fi lé wa kúrò lójú títì. Ó wà lára àwọn tó ra àwọn also many vehicles ọlọ́pàá. Kódà Yáyí olórí burúkú olè àwọn criminals òun náà nígbà tó fẹ́ ṣe tán láàlẹ́mọ̀ṣọ́ ó kó ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ mọ́tò ọlọ́pàá. Àmọ́ gómìnà kan wà ìyẹn deceive gbogbo wa àwọn oníjìbìtì ẹni tó bá ti ń ṣe fraud a máa mọ kó yọ síbí kó yọ sọ́hùn ìyẹn Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún òun wá pé IGP ìyẹn ẹgbẹ́ tó kún pé ẹ má bọ̀ ẹ wá kẹwàá náà lógùn state a ní àwọn nǹkan tá a fẹ́ present fún yín kódà gbogbo Ògùn state báyìí kò sí anywhere tí ọmọ Yorùbá ò lè rìn sí kódà o lè rìn lóru ní Ògùn state kódà o lè rìn lọ́sàn-án o lè rìn láàárọ̀ wọ́n tẹ̀ ń jíyàn gbé gbogbo ẹ lọ torí pé òun ti ra ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ irinṣẹ́ mọ́tò àti ọ̀kadà àwọn ọlọ́pàá máa lò nígbà tí inspector general police dé ìyẹn láìpẹ́ ẹni tí mò ń sọ wọ́n brand gbogbo ẹ̀ lóòótọ́ wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í ṣe inspection inú IG dùn pé Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún wọ́n ló ṣe léyìí níbo ló ti rówó ní ẹ má wọrí mo fẹ́ ṣàbò fáwọn tó ń bẹ lógùn state ni ó dá èwo làwa ń gbé lọ Àbújá ṣọmọ páwa padà sí Àbújá ó ní ilé ẹ má gbélé ilé ní kẹgbé ẹ mọ̀dí ni pé gbogbo mọ́tò pátá tó present fún IG yàtọ̀ sí tó gbé lọ Àbújá Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún dá padà síbi tó ti gbà none of those vehicles bí ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́sàn-án ó wà nínú Ogun State it has been returned wọ́n ti yọ gbogbo tó kọ sí lára gbogbo wọ́n ti yọ gbogbo yẹn dànù àwọn tó wà nínú Ogun State government lọ pè mí pé Koiki gbẹnu sí Mike mo wá jókòó mo wá wò títí pé tá bá ní Tinubu òun ò ráyè wa ní ìsàlẹ̀ torí pé ó busy ó ń dì pẹ̀lú àwọn north ó ń dì pẹ̀lú Igbo ó ń dì pẹ̀lú middle belt ó ń dì pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa àwọn gómìnà wa ń kọ́ iṣẹ́ wo làwọn gbà àwa ló dá nígbà tá a tẹ̀ ní gómìnà mọ́ ẹ jẹ́ a tún pé bàbá kan tó máa ń wọ aṣọ white káàkiri báyìí aṣọ funfun lòun máa ń wọ̀ káàkiri ó dẹ̀ ní tìgbàlódé lòun òun ò kí ń lọjà nítorí pé security tí wọ́n nísìn àti inú ilé ló ti máa sọ̀rọ̀ ìyẹn Ìbà Gani Adams ó sọ pé Fúlàní wà nínú gbó kódà nígbà kan bàbá ẹ̀ ló jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé àwọn mọ́tò báìkì kan wà tó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn mo ní báwo làwọn ṣe mọ̀ wọ́n náà wọn ní intelligent tó máa ń dọ́dọ̀ àwọn mo ní bàbá yìí náà dá àmọ́ kí ló wá dé tí bàbá yìí ò bá wa gbé ìgbésẹ̀ bàbá yẹn ní wọ́n ti ṣìgùn fóun mo ní àmọ́ àwa tí wàá wọ wàhálà báyìí ó dá àwọn Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn kọ́ ṣèbí Buhari ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ ìgbà tí Buhari wà níbẹ̀ ọmọ àlè Yorùbá tó ń pè ní Fẹ́mi Adésínà tó defend Buhari títí tó fi lọ Garba Shehu sọ fún àwọn gómìnà ìyẹn Akérédolú pé tó bá bíbà bẹ́ẹ̀ dá kó ra AK-47 ó dá ìgbà tí Buhari ò wá sí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ nísìn ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ti ń train àwọn Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn láti lè yin AK-47 àbí ṣakabula lọ́sì ń lò torí àwọn tá a fẹ́ lọ kojú wọn yìí àwọn ń lo pàkàpùkù àwọn ń lo tìgbàlódé ṣe mọ̀ pé bí ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí àfi bóyá láàárọ̀ ọ̀la o bí àwọn gọ́fúnà ti wá ra proper irinṣẹ́ fáwọn Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn gbogbo àwọn Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn pátá ṣakabula ló wà lọ́wọ́ wọn ṣakabula ló ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ wọn ìyẹn ṣọ́ọ̀kì mi náà bó ṣe ń ṣọ́ọ̀kì ẹ̀yìn náà àtúwádé ó dá bóyá àwọn ọlọ́dẹ àwọn ọmọ bó ṣe ń yíwọ́ padà àwọn ọlọ́dẹ wá ní bàbá kan tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó ń pàṣẹ tó ní kó lọ fohùn síta pé gbogbo Fúlàní tó ń bẹ nínú igbó ẹ kó ẹrù yín kẹ́ máa lọ torí pé ẹ ń yọ wá lẹ́nu ẹ ń dà wá láàmú ẹ jẹ́ ká rí ayé mí ẹ jẹ́ ká ráyé gbé látara insecurity ṣe làwọn farmers hunters bá sọ pé arákùnrin yìí ta ni wọ́ ìjẹ́ òun fọ́lò òfin tó wà nínú Nàìjíríà arákùnrin náà ló ń pè ní Sunday ọmọ Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho ṣàtàn fún lóhùn pé ta ni Adéyẹmọ tó máa sọ pé kí Fúlàní kúrò nínú igbó mo wá ní ṣèbólódé gbọ́dọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ni ṣáwọn náà tún gbàbọ̀dé ni ṣe wá rí i pé ibi tá a wà nínú Nàìjíríà lénìí kò sẹ́nì kankan tó lè ṣàbò fún wa mọ́ ẹ ó lè máa sọ pé Ọlọ́run máa ṣàbò ó stupid ni you are a very stupid individual tó bá sọ pé Ọlọ́run ṣàbò fún wa torí pé ní Saudi Arabia tèmi mọ̀ mo wo bọ́jẹ̀tì wọn and let's have a look and see èló gan ni Saudi ná fún security budget wọn àti pé kí ni reason tó ṣe náwó tó yẹn ta ni Saudi Arabia ṣe ta ni wọ́n ń sá fún, ta ni ó fẹ́ pa wọ́n, ta làwọn tó fẹ́ yọ ẹ̀mí kúrò lára àwọn ọmọ wọn àti ìjọba wọn tí kò ní rí ṣe. Torí pé tí Saudi Arabia ò bá ní security, wọ́n bí anybody dá ní gbogbo àgbáyé. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ lo àgbáyé torí pé ti bá ní Nàìjíríà nìkan á dàbí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé mò ń tako Nàìjíríà. Gbogbo àgbáyé kàn ní lọ ṣe hajj, wọn ní ṣe umrah ní Saudi Arabia, wọ́n bí bá anybody dá. Ìlú tó ò bá ní security bí Saudi Arabia ẹ̀ ní lọ ṣe hajj. Ìlú tó ò bá ní security ẹ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹgbẹ́ra pẹ́ lọ sí Jerusalem. Now ẹ jẹ́ ká wé lónìí Saudi Arabia ná just for argument's sake. Ibi tá a ṣe ń lọ gangan mo fẹ́ kẹ́ wo topic yẹn sílẹ̀ nítorí pé bàbá Akíntóyè wa ń jẹ́ kó yé wa pé tá a bá kúrò ní Nàìjíríà táwọn ọmọ Yorùbá bá gbà pé ká kúrò ní Nàìjíríà together, ìyàtọ̀ máa wà. Ìyàtọ̀ tó máa wà yẹn òun la fẹ́ kà síta, àmọ́ mo kàn fún yín ní the reason why Nàìjíríà ò lè tẹ̀síwájú mọ́ látara security. Èmi ò ní security Fúlàní nìkan, mo ti kó gbogbo ẹ̀ papọ̀, economy, anything you can think of. Kódà àìmọye ẹ̀mí sì máa kú nínú Nàìjíríà torí pé àwọn tó ń kọ́ building òfò tó ń kọ́ security threat ló jẹ́ fúnran Yorùbá. Security threat ni àìmọye ilé sì máa wó pààyàn, àìmọye iná sì máa jó, àìmọye omi sì máa ya lu anybody lọ́rọ̀ tá à ń fà yìí ká tó débi tá à ń lọ. Àmọ́ tá a bá máa wá gbádùn pé a wà ní country, pé a fẹ́ gbádùn tó ń pè ní security tí kò dàbí pé ó dìgbà tó bá wọ fìlámì, torí ẹlòmíì wọ́n rò pé n tó ń pè ní security lélẹ̀ ká wọ aṣọ àmì kó máa fẹ̀gẹ̀ kó máa dẹ́rù bà yín. Security ti kọjá yẹn. Security ti kọjá yẹn. Security a máa wò ó mọ tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ látara analyst. Iṣẹ́ kan táwọn kan ṣe nìyẹn. Mo ní 5,000 staff ló ṣiṣẹ́ directly and indirectly pẹ̀lú MI5. Àníṣẹ́ ò lọ ń ṣe threat to lives and property in the United Kingdom and terrorism. A ṣe máa padà sọ́dọ̀ Saudi Arabia, àmọ́ bàbá Akíntóyè jẹ́ kó yé mi pé ní week 13 tá bọ́ sí yìí o, we shall have truly Yoruba National Military and Security Services. Mo ní mo bá DSS sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́sàn-án yìí. Mo bi DSS pé kí ló dé tí Fúlàní wọlé pa wá tẹ́ rí nǹkan kan ṣe sí. Wọ́n ní Mr. Koiki ẹ má bínú, kò sí nǹkan tá lè ṣe, à ń ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí. Aago 5 ó kọjá ìṣẹ́jú 10. According to the 2023 budget that was released by Saudi Arabia Ministry of Finance, in December 2022, ní ọdún méjì sẹ́yìn, the Saudi Arabia Kingdom will spend $69 billion. Yes, you heard it right. Not 6.9 billion. $69 billion in defense. In 2023, approximately 23% of its total budget, which will be increased by 50% from the last year defense budget. Mo tún béèrè pé kí ni Saudi Arabia ṣe invest in their security? Kí nìdí tí wọ́n ṣe ń gbé owó bí owó gẹ̀mùgẹ̀mù tó fi ń ṣe ààbò? Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá break it down into pieces ká tó wọnú discussion tiwa lọ. And I'm going back now to the Saudi Arabia defense budget procurement priorities for 2024. Kódà, global defense budget jumps to record high of 240 billion arms trade. Military spending by country worldwide. Our statistics, you know. Now, let's go to tactical reports and look at kí ni Saudi invest sí àti pé kí ni reason tí security in Nigeria has become a threat to every one of us in today's known country called Nigeria. The Saudi Arabia defense budget procurement priorities for 2024. Earlier this year, we covered that the Saudi Ministry of Defense, MOD, has set out its 2024 defense budget procurement priorities. These defense priorities go across all major domains. I want you to take note of these. gbogbo bí ti bá dárúkọ nísìn, that should also represent Nigeria indirectly and directly as well, including the sea, omi, air. Ṣé rántí pé ní ọdún yìí náà ni the Nigeria Air Defense whatever told us that kí private jet kankan máa gbà wájú Aso Rock kọjá mọ́ mo ní private jet so private jet máa ń gbà wájú ó máa ń gba orí Aso Rock. Ṣé wọ́n bí private jet kan kọjá kó lọ lórí White House kó má já wálẹ̀? Ta làwọn tó ní private jet yẹn tó ní àyà níbi tí President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ń forí ẹ̀sùn sí lálẹ́ kọ́ wá ń gun private jet kọjá lórí ẹ̀? Kí ni wọ́n lè já wá sísàlẹ̀ àti pé kí ni wọ́n lè fi ṣe? Ask yourself. Land and the space. Some of these procurement are ongoing or have already kicked off with offers amid intense competition. The key point provided in the following in-depth report include Musolenkan analysis. Kí ló dé tí àjókòó táwọn tó ní ọpọlọ láti lè gbé ètò kalẹ̀ pé analysis lélẹ̀ interfering problem security lélẹ̀ is because nobody is interested to save anybody in Nigeria. If you're still one of those that are in that failed country and you are having the feeling that one day, just one day, the security of Nigeria will be the best and it will protect us from all the dangers from the sea to the air to the land and the space. Bí a tó bá máa fi lọ síbi tọ́nà àwọn àgbà máa ń rè, bí a tó bá padà wá ṣàlàyé fún wa tó bá lọ́hùn. Now, analysis for each procurement priority, follow up insight into the ongoing tenders and the procurement program, comparison with the 2023 defense budget priorities. Gbogbo ilé làwa ṣe ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa pé why should we not leave Nigeria? Because since Nigeria cannot give us our own security, we have every right to now pull out of Nigeria because of the insecurity. Insecurity nìkan lásán is more than enough to allow us to pull out of Nigeria. But it seems that many Nigerians are still living in denial that one day we will have enough security to protect us from the danger and the shackles of those that really want to take our life when our life is not yet due. People died in Owo massacre, and many more will die before we leave Nigeria. Now, I'm going to read this quickly so that we can crack on, because like I said, a very short program. I just want to get this out of the way because I have other engagements that I need to attend to. Now, while we are trying to look into what kind of future security níran Yorùbá máa ní lọ́jọ́ iwájú, kọ́lọ̀ má jẹ́ kó pẹ́ ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ mọ́, torí pé like I said, ìlú tí kò bá ti rántí pé ó gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe ààbò fún àwọn ọmọ ìlú ẹ̀, you might as well just call it that country is no longer there. Muki Yawa Alaja Queen Ara Sanfast TV. Lórí security náà ni Agbenule ní tí bàbá kí tó ṣe sọ fún wa. Now, I'm going to read this quickly. It's not a lot, so we should cover this. This will be our week discussion from today. I didn't touch on it yesterday, Monday, but I will start touching on this. And this topic itself can last us 2 weeks, but we stick to our 1 week because tí security ò bá kàn wọ́, máa rántí pé ó kan ẹni tó kàn tó fi kàn wá náà. And I can go on and on and on. Ṣé rántí pé ara security náà ni pé kọ́lọ́pàá kọ́ open happy trigger. Mrs. Bolanle Rahim pẹ̀lú ìbejì méjì ni wọ́n pa ní Christmas Day. Ẹ ti gbàgbé, ẹ ní rántí. We shall have truly Yoruba National Military and Security Services. As soon as our country is born, nígbà tá bá bí ọmọ yìí, bọ̀ láti bímọ máa ń le, wọ́n ní push, ẹni tó bá ti experience ẹ̀, ẹni tó bá ti experience Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kẹ́lẹ́ experience ẹ̀. tó bá wà níbi tí obìnrin fẹ́ bímọ torí pé Yorùbá nation ta fẹ́ bí ó máa mú oríṣiríṣi jáde ìbẹ̀rù tẹ́ ń bẹ̀rù yẹn òun ló ń dìlé ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ and tá a bá bímọ yẹn we are all will not enjoy a Yoruba national military and security services kò sí bó ṣe fẹ́ láyé yìí níbi tílẹ̀ ṣúdé tó bá rìn nínú Nàìjíríà ó mọ ta ní army ta lọ́lọ́pàá mọ́ you don't know who is who it's because that uniform has been compromised tó bá ní jẹ́ ń dúró fún sójà ni tó bá dúró akọ̀mọ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n ló gbó lọ ni ó di Fúlàní ọlọ́pàá ni tó bá súnmọ́ tó béèrè owó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó fún tó dọwọ́ gbẹ̀m apá ẹ̀ ájò ẹ̀ sínú igbó ó di fertilizer nìyẹn. Why then is Yoruba people still want to remain in a country where your security is no longer secure? Lóòótọ́ Ọlọ́run ló ń ṣàbò but Saudi Arabia sọ pé Ọlọ́run ló ń ṣàbò wọ́n invest in security. Jerusalem invest in security. Any countries around the world invest in security, including the United Kingdom. Ǹjẹ́ mọ̀ pé Buratai ó kówó tó ń pè ní owó tọ́níkọ́ fi ṣàbò fún wa. Kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n invest in security in Nigeria, but the money keep moving out of the country. And you will be shocked. Before I read this, let's see if I can pick onomo bọ̀bọ̀ kan tó ń pè ní Dan Bello ta ló mọ̀ lórí Twitter. Ó ń ṣe àwọn exposition kan ní Kano. Anyway, àtẹ̀ní láti sunkún mọ́ fún Nigeria, but we just need to get the hell out of Nigeria. Let me go to his page. There's one I watch where ó sọ analysis into ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú one of the deputy governor of Kano State. Èdè ẹ̀ ló fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ ara ta ṣe ń sọ pé èdè wa yàtọ̀ síra wa. Màá fẹ́ kẹ́ feel èdè yẹn but màá máa ṣe translation ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí other platforms ẹ̀ lè gbọ́ because I'm playing it from a particular device. APC in Kano has called on Tinubu yẹn pé kò pé lórúkọ ẹ̀ torí he's a kind of a comedian but he's pushing out a very strong detailed information exposition but èdè Hausa ló fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ but there's a translation in the video. APC in Kano has called on Tinubu to arrest me for inciting violence, just like Beshin sọ pé mi náà incite violence láti UK pé kó arrest mi kí n máa bọ̀ nílé. But what did APC do in Kano? Question mark. Kí ni APC ṣe ní Kano?
Wannan APC ta jihar Kano wani irin rawa ta taka ne a baya. Sata.
Stealing. High level stealing. All written in capital letter.
Tsantsagoranta.
Here is an example. Ṣé mo kété mi náà bá mú example wá fún yín? Tí bá ní báyìí lè tàwé èdò. Ṣé lè máa bí mi pé báwo ni mo ṣe mọ̀? With a picture of a man behind this word. This is the APC Kano deputy governor candidate, Murtala Sule Garo. He was the commissioner of the local government when the dollar bandit, dollar bandit, Ganduje, ẹran ti pé Bàbá Riga inú ẹ̀ ló kó dọ́là sí, ó wá lo. He was the commissioner pé arákùnrin tó jẹ deputy governor lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní Kano dóòkò kan wá but this is exactly the same replication tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Nigeria tẹ́ ẹ̀ fi rí ààbò tẹ́ ẹ̀ fi rí security. Ẹni tó jẹ commissioner nígbà dollar bandit lòun lò was a governor. He was the commissioner of the local government when Ganduje, the dollar bandit, was the governor. On the other note, this APC leader, Oníléeṣẹ́ méjì, he owns 2 companies. Emma tele discussion tí mò ń sọ. Don't get carried away on the progress. Má jẹ́ kẹ́ni kankan disturb in the comment section. Èmi gangan ni kẹ́ máa follow in tí mò ń sọ kẹ́ gbọ́ sétí, because we are all in danger. On the other note, this APC leader owns 2 companies, Oníléeṣẹ́ méjì. One opened with his name as MJ Multi-Purpose Services, one of the companies. And another with his relatives, name called AU Future Investment Limited, Odileṣẹ́ méjì. Hope you are with me. Ṣé iná wà pẹ̀lú mi? Má wà distracted, má jẹ́ kí èèyàn kankan distracted. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ security tó ṣe paramount sílẹ̀ ayé wa tá a fẹ́ fi kúrò ní Nàìjíríà. Hope you are with me. The commissioner has 2 companies. Nígbà tó jẹ́ commissioner lélẹ́yìí o, kẹwàá imagine nígbà tó ń jẹ́ deputy lọ́wọ́ báyìí nísìn.
Commissioner ƙananan hukumomin martalan APC yana da kamfanoni guda 2 kuma a gefe.
MJ and AU. Now, kí ni story tó wà behind it? Ó fẹ́ ṣàlàyé nísìn.
The AU ko menene alakar su? Martalan APC.
Muritala, the APC Kano, made it mandatory for every local government to pay more than 5 million naira monthly. Are you with me? Lecture room, check Bonti Monso, FCC comment section, but yes. Iléeṣẹ́ méjì, arákùnrin yẹn was the commissioner nígbà tí Ganduje jẹ́ governor kó tó di pé ó lọ. Arákùnrin yẹn náà ti wá di deputy nísìn. Òun ṣe wá ń sọ in tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tó jẹ́ commissioner of the local government. Ó fi òfin sílẹ̀ pé gbogbo local government tó ń bẹ ní Kánò pátá wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ máa san 5 million naira monthly. Ẹ bèrè pé owó kí ni ẹja àjọ gbọ́.
Isi Kano ya wajabta wa kowace karamin hukuma 44 su baiwa hukumar kananan hukumomi sama da naira miliyan 5 a kowace wata. Me yasa?
This fund will be used to buy diesel for Kano water treatment plant. Pé àwọn á máa fi owó yẹn fi ra diesel láti fi treat water plant. Mo sọ fún ilé nǹkan pé your water could be poison. Ìyẹn kan sọ pé kò sí government water. Wàá mọ̀ bóyá government water wà àbí kò sí. Èyí tẹ̀ ń tán pọn náà fún yín tẹ̀ ń mu bí ẹ mọ̀ bóyá inú ibi tẹ́ ti ń pọ́n yẹn wọ́n ti poison ẹ̀. This fund will be used to buy diesel for the Kano water plant treatment. Wọ́n máa fi owó yìí, wọ́n máa fi ra diesel. Ẹ rántí pé wọ́n ṣerú ẹ̀ náà ní Lagos State. Nígbà tó náà máa tọ́ná fún yín, wọ́n ṣe generator, wọ́n wá ń power. Ǹjẹ́ béèrè pé níbo lowó yẹn ti ń jáde? Now, ẹ jẹ́ ká wá ṣe calculation ẹ̀. Ìwọ náà mú pen and paper. Mo ti bá ń ṣe program, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ní pen and paper lọ́wọ́. 5 million by 44 local government. Lára fraud àkọ́kọ́ nìyẹn, ibẹ̀ kọ́ la fẹ́ lò. There is the 44 local government. That is now 228 million naira every month. 228 million naira from 44 local government. Kí ló wá ń fowó yìí ṣe? Ṣé wọ́n fi ń ra diesel náà ni? Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́.
Biyar ƙananan hukumomi guda 45 baki ɗaya naira miliyan 228 kenan kowace.
So does he purchase the crude, the diesel? Òun náà béèrè with a question mark.
Shin ana sayan man da wannan kuɗi?
Ó ṣe báyìí, ó ní ẹja owó tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ó ní ṣe rántí pé iléeṣẹ́ méjì kan wà tóun sọ lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, MJ àti AU question mark. They will write to the Ministry of the Local Government requesting payment of fund for delivering diesel. Má ṣe o. Ẹ jẹ́ ṣàlàyé bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yín dáadáa. Iléeṣẹ́ méjèèjì tí wọ́n dálẹ̀ àti mẹ́ni tó ní iléeṣẹ́ àbí. Iléeṣẹ́ méjèèjì yẹn wá send the invoice wá sí ministry fún diesel táwọn deliver. Ṣé wọ́n deliver diesel yẹn? Ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ̀ díẹ̀ sí.
na waɗannan kamfanonin na Murtala APC, MJ da AU za su rubuta wa kwamishinan ƙananan hukumomin Murtala APC takarda.
Bó ṣe ń ṣòkìní with evidence of the invoices ó wà nínú fídíò yẹn ní background ẹ bá lọ sórí page Dan Bello ló ń jẹ́.
Da akan cewa sun sayar da mai ga gidajen tace ruwa a biya su kudaden su. Jira.
Ó ní jìrà lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́rin jìrà ní tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọ̀ ò mọ̀ òun nìkan ló mọ̀ bòmí náà bá gbádùn ẹ̀ jìrà. Nígbà tó dẹ̀ ṣe jìrà yẹn ó ṣe báyìí jìrà lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́rin.
Waye commissioner?
Who owns MJ and AU and who is the commissioner? Question mark. Ó ń béèrè.
Ƙananan hukumomi kuma wane ne mamallakin kamfanin MJ da AU?
Muritala APC Kano. Muritala APC Kano is writing Muritala APC requesting fund for delivery diesel. Do you understand that? The same person ó ń kọ invoice fún rẹ̀ pé mo ti deliver diesel Muritala Muritala náà ló tún máa gbà. Mo sọ fún yín pé ó lè gbé ó lè gbà òun lọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà. In tó ń fọ́ǹdì nìyẹn tá a fi rí ààbò lọ́dọ̀ tiwa. Ìwọ tó ní o fẹ́ Nàìjíríà èmi ò ní kó má fẹ́ Nàìjíríà. That is what we are funding. Tí béèrè pé Koiki níbo lówó yẹn gangan lọ ibẹ̀ ló sì ń lọ kò tí parí. Ibi tó wọ̀ yẹn lọ aṣọ kìí. Gbóhùn sókè Dan Bello. 2.4 million people have watched this video already. Ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀kọ́ wọ́n ní rí pa fún exposition tó ń gbé jáde ní Kano. Bí ọmọ Haúsá lélẹ̀ tó ń tara pé èyí Fúlàní bí ẹ rántí pé Ganduje Fúlàní ni. Ṣé ẹ rántí pé Ganduje ní APC chairman? Ẹ ti gbàgbé ẹ̀ ń wá security Nàìjíríà ọ̀run àfún gbogbo wa rí.
APC na rubuta wa Murtala APC akan cewa ya biya shi kuɗaɗen mai da ya sayo da gidajen ruwa.
He is paying himself. Muritala ń rìn ó ń gbé invoice wá láti ilé-iṣẹ́ méjì MJ àti AU ó tún deliver fún Muritala tó jẹ́ commissioner. Ṣé ẹ rántí pé 5 million from 44 local government tó ẹ máa ń gbàgbé nǹkan that is 228 million ní every month. Ṣèbí owó tẹ̀ tó owó tán ní MC Olúọmọ ń jẹ every month. Ẹ máa wá security ẹ̀rí láìpẹ́ yìí. What next for this able APC leader? Question mark. While he's speaking, in the background, Ministry for Local Government with invoice, evidence, evidence, send himself money for government coffer to his bank account for MJ and AU. Government coffer. Ó send ẹ̀ sínú àkáǹtì tóun create ṣe rántí pé òun ló ní iléeṣẹ́ méjèèjì ìkan wọn ní kọ́ ọba ṣí ìkan òun ṣí fún rẹ̀ MJ àti AU. Now torí pé àwọn èèyàn máa ń gbàgbé nǹkan ó ní let me recap we are forgetful people problem pọ̀ dáadáa nísìnyẹ́ pé ìgbà ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí nísìnyẹ́ ẹlòmíràn tó bá máa fi dìde lórí program kò rántí nǹkan kan mọ́ ìtàṣe lánàá gan ẹlòmíràn rántí mọ́. Remind you, local government commissioner collect 5 million monthly from 44 local government. This money is then deposited to his two companies, the MJ and AU. Down, the chairman, 44 local government council, conveyance of approval for the release of funds. I am directed to convey government approval for the release of 5.5 million per local government. Ìyẹn document tó fi sẹ́yìn write up tó ń sọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. What is next? He then used it to serve the people. Ó kọ́kọ́ pause. Ṣe rí pé mi náà máa ń rí àwọn scarcism ẹ̀rín kan. Ẹ̀gbọ́n náà ṣe lẹ́rìí nìyẹn ó gbọ́dọ̀ lọ wo fídíò yìí nígbà tó dá wà rẹ́rìí ẹ̀ tó ń wá security ní Nàìjíríà. No, AU and MJ now we deposit the money to Mufahu Sani and NMN Faga àwọn wo tún làwọn yẹn we need that from politicians ẹ máa wo bí tó owó yẹn níbi tó ń lọ máa sọ fún yín kù díẹ̀ fídíò yẹn á ti wo 25 minutes seconds nínú 3 minutes 38 seconds.
AU da MJ suna turawa Muftahu Sani
pẹ̀lú evidence ní background GT bówó yẹn ṣe ń lọ láti MJ multipurpose service 26 million. No, AU and MJ now deposit the money to Muftahu Sani NNM Faga. Àwọn owó tún làwọn yẹn ṣé wọ́n jọ dáwó ṣé yẹn ló tún bá gbé dísù ni àbí báwo ẹja ọgbọ́n nǹkan tó sọ.
NNM Fage waɗannan kuɗaɗe.
Payment yẹn lọ léraléra. These are bureau de change companies in Wapa in Kano. Are you getting the message now? Owó tí wọ́n ń gbà wọ́n wá ń pay fún bureau de change. Ìwà wá dé láti abroad ọ̀rẹ́ mi àti àwa mama wa máa là ká fi ṣẹ́wó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Security problem. We have contributed to the insecurity in Yoruba land. Our money, ẹ má blame ara yín, including myself. Our money. Now that you know, what do you do? Ṣẹ́wó yẹn láti takò tó wọlé. Tí bá délé, wọ́n máa fún mi ní high rate. High rate yẹn, you are creating the insecurity for your people. No diaspora kò gbọ́dọ̀ ever gbé cash lọ sílé láti náà máa lọ ṣe lọ́dọ̀ mọ́là. And tó bá ṣì ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, you are contributing to the insecurity in Yoruba land directly. Ẹ ti mọ̀ nísìn, àmọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, in tó bá many diaspora gbọ́ program yìí, tó sì ó lè lọ ṣe nínú bank tó bá ṣe fún ẹ o. But tó bá gbé owó lọ ṣe lọ́dọ̀ mọ́là, you are contributing to the insecurity in the Yoruba land. Ṣé mọ̀ pé náírà ni wọ́n send sí bureau de change ní Kano, but bureau de change ní the dollar. Àbí báwo ló ṣe máa rí dọ́là? Báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ rí dọ́là? Bó ṣe máa rí dọ́là ni àwa diaspora. Ìyẹn làwọn kan ṣe ń ṣẹ́wó níta mọ́ ní gbogbo wọn. We are all contributing to the insecurity in Yoruba land directly or indirectly. Money. Oya bá mi ṣẹ́wó yìí. Owó tó ń tà ń ṣẹ́ yẹn, ọwọ́ ta ló ń lọ, báwo ló ṣe ń padà? Ọwọ́ ta ló ń lọ, báwo la ṣe ń ṣe? Ìjà lè trace ẹ̀, ó dà mo ṣẹ́wó lọ́wọ́ agent tó ń ṣe àwọn proper èyí tí à ń ṣe lemfi àwọn yẹn kọ́ ni mo ń sọ o. Àwọn tí ọlọ́wọ́ dé ṣẹ́wọ́ dé. Because when people like this have 228 million naira every month, they need to change it to dollar. One need the agent ní gbogbo abroad. Now I understand why this money transfer business is a good business, but it's also affecting the people back home indirectly. We are all contributors to the problem, but we didn't know. America send owó sílé. No. It is even better now that we do it through the proper channel. Through any criminals, don't put down any politicians, ni Southwest, ni Yibo, ni Hausa land. Bàbá yìí tó ń gba 228 million every month. Only the láti convert it to dollar as quickly as possible. Àwọn wo ló máa fún ní dollar. Mo ń bèrè èmi ò law school. Èmi ò law school. Èmi kàn ń bèrè pé ta ló máa fún ní dollar tó máa fi lè change owó yẹn padà. Dan bèrè gbóhùn sókè.
Masu canji ne a Wapa karamar hukumar Fage da ke cikin birnin Kano. Su kuma
they will then change the money to Riyali and wire the money to a company called another company again. Ní Next Vision. Every country wo ní Mecca. Ọlọ́run máa tóbi lọ́ba ṣá. Adé á lọ sí mosque. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ní north nìyẹn o, òun ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ni mò ń sọ. Rahmanirrahim. Ó dẹ̀ ti gbowó olówó, owó state, owó yẹn ti dé Mecca. Ẹbí ẹ ti gbàgbé, ṣe rántí pé owó yìí ló fẹ́ fi ra diesel láti fi ṣe treatment plant. Now, ṣe mọ̀ bí tí security problem ti máa wà. Ẹ ti gẹ̀dà rí ẹ̀. àwọn ọmọ north yẹn tí wọ́n jẹ́ kó rí omi mu wọ́n ń bọ̀ ní south west wọ́n fi wá mú mi ní south west yeah they are coming àwọn máa wá sí south west omi tí wọ́n treat dáadáa lọ́hùn yẹn wọ́n fi wá mú ti south west torí pé àwa ń treat dáadáa bí we are all in danger à ń fi ikú ṣeré ikú ni gbogbo wa fi ń ṣeré tá a mọ̀ directly or indirectly Dambelo sọ fún wa nísìnyí pé owó tó wá exchange yẹn owó tó láti náírà tó wá di dọ́là tí Bureau de change gbà Bureau de change àwa send owó yẹn lọ sí company kan tó ń pè ní Nasty Vision in Mecca. Bom. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Wọ́n ti gbé wa ní mugun. Wọ́n ti gbé gbogbo wa ní mugun pátá. Every one of us. But our money. So ẹ má blame ara yín púpọ̀. We didn't know. Let's play back the video and finish it up. Ó dẹ̀ ń fún wa ní evidence. Nasty Vision Company èdè Arab ló fi kọ ẹ lè lọ wo fídíò yẹn lórí page ẹ lórí Twitter.
Turawa wani kamfani mai suna Next Vision da ke birnin Makka.
Isn't Mecca holy place and spiritual place? Ó ń béèrè with a question mark.
Na doka birnin Makka waje ne na addini. Amma APC
But APC Kano are turning this scarred city a place to take our stolen money. Wọ́n gbé owó tó ń parí Lagos State tí wọ́n pín fún Kano tí Kano ti jà wá lólè pé òun ní 44 local government mú kí mọ̀ sí mi ẹ̀ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì wa. Wọ́n wá ń gbé owó yẹn wọ́n tún wá ń dá padà lọ sí Mecca. Kí ló fi ń ṣe ní Mecca? A máa gbọ́ nísìn.
Kano sun mai da wannan birni mai tsarki wajen kai kuɗin sata.
Ó ti wá serious pa. But APC are turning this scarred city in place to take our stolen money. Ó tún béèrè lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Next Vision is a real estate company in Mecca.
Next Vision kalorori yake sirwa kuma a hankali.
Little by little to avoid suspicion, this man tó ń pè ní Muritala APC Kano wired 10 billion naira to Next Vision. Ó wáyà 10 billion naira lọ sí Next Vision. Kí ló ń gbọ́ngàn fẹ́ fi ṣe náà? Ṣó fẹ́ ra lé sọ̀hún ni? Kí ló fẹ́ fi ṣe? Ẹja gbọ́n ti Dambelo sọ.
Kali da kaɗan nan kar a gane kuɗaɗen sata ne sai da Murtala APC na Kano ya dinga tura naira biliyan 10 cikin asusun kamfanin Next. Nawa ne biliyan 10?
How much is 10 billion naira? Ó fẹ́ break it down. Èló gangan ni 10 billion àti pé kí ló lè ṣe fáwọn ní Kano ẹja gbọ́n tó sọ. 1 billion is 1,000 million. 1 billion is 1,000,000. Yeah, 1,000 million. So tí bá sọ pé 1 billion naira òun ni 1,000 million naira. Now, so 10 billion is 10,000 million. Ẹ máa wonder pé òjò orí òní mo wo bàbá Èkìtì lọ́sàn-án náà tó ń bá wọn convert owó kan tó lọ síbi over 400 trillion naira. 10 billion will buy 133,000 bags of rice. Can build 50 primary schools at 200 million per school. Kódà ó lè san 500,000 people hospital bill at 20,000 naira per person. Ẹlòmíì mo ti send 10,000 kò ń ṣe pé mo fẹ́ sọ pé kẹlẹ̀ èmi náà ti send 10,000 tí yàn kan tó náà fẹ́ ra oògùn léni ní Lagos State yín bẹ́yẹn. Ó náà òun ní di 10,000 òun fẹ́ ra oògùn mo send ẹ̀ sí kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ni mo lè ṣe fún but I can only do the little tèmi náà bá lè ṣe. Owó tí Adékúnlé plenty fún mi lánàá ni mo yọ nú ẹ̀ tí mo send yẹn.
Zai biya wa mutane 500 kudin asibiti har naira 20,000 kowane mutum daya, amma mai.
But what did Muritala APC Kanu do with that money? Kí ló fowó yẹn ṣe gangan ní Saudi, ní Mecca? Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́.
Murtalan APC Kano yi da waɗannan kuɗaɗe ya sayi wani.
He purchased a suite at Hilton Hotel ní Mecca City. Ó fi owó Nàìjíríà. Kò ń ṣe Newton, mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mọ̀ ni pé owó Nàìjíríà kọ́ láwọn ilé iná, owó Lagos State, ara insecurity tá à ń go through nìyẹn. So wọ́n tó bá ní mo fẹ́ Yorùbá nation kákọ̀ ọmọ wa ṣe máa bẹ Ọlọ́run kí Nàìjíríà dá. Well, Nàìjíríà máa dá lóòótọ́, bọ̀bọ́ ṣe máa move owó yẹn káàkiri tó máa fi dé Mecca nìyẹn. Ṣé wàá mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń lọ Mecca púpọ̀ ní yóò nílé èdè sòtẹ́ yẹn, àwọn olówó ara wọn ẹ̀kọ́ àtàrọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ àdúrà wa gbà. Àwọn olówó ara wọn nìkan lọ́tún lè dé sínú suite. Èmi àti mọ̀ sí mi hotel àṣìṣe for a very long time. So mo mọ̀ tó bá ń pè nǹkan ní suite, suite SUITE, kò ń ṣe àwọn alábọ́dé táwọn ará máa ń rà tá a bá lọ sí abroad tàbí travel tó máa ní kó ṣàbẹ̀wò wá alábọ́dé $100. Àwọn eléyìí àwọn náà mọ ẹni tó fẹ́ tà fún. Mo kí gbogbo ilé nǹkan sẹ́ má bínú pé mo dárúkọ because it's a very hot security program, but máa kí gbogbo ilé tà. He purchased a suite at the Hilton Hotel ní Mecca City. Ṣé tó bá lọ sí Hajj tó bá débẹ̀ a máa wo Mecca lọ́nkàn báyìí owó ìlú wọ́n fi ra suite hotel sí Hilton opposite the direction of Kaaba. Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè. He can live there and he can also rent it out. Àwọn kan tó bó ṣe ráyẹn nísìnyí ìgbàkigbà tóun bá ń bọ̀ wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ book ẹ̀ for anybody. Anytime tóun bá ń bọ̀ wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ book ẹ̀, ìgbà tóun bá sí ń bẹ̀ ó ń pawó fún. Ẹ̀rí dínà ló ṣe máa ń tẹ̀sí lójú. That is what they've all done with our hard-earned money tá à ń pè ní náírà. Ìwọ wá ń bẹ Ọlọ́run pé kí náírà ní value. Àwọn ọ̀bẹ Ọlọ́run fún náírà kò ní value, wọ́n convert ẹ̀ gbé lọ sí Saudi, gbé lọ káàkiri different places around the world. Kódà only you can see Kaaba from the hotel. Wàá máa wo Kaaba báyìí. Owó Nàìjíríà. Bí ẹ ti gbàgbé bí owó yẹn ṣe jẹ́ 5 million naira lóní ìgbà tó jẹ́ commissioner lábẹ́ òun ni deputy governor nísìnyí o. Nígbà tó jẹ́ commissioner ló ṣe yẹn o. Kẹ́lẹ̀ imagine tó ń ṣe nísìn as a deputy governor. Mo máa ka etí bàbá kí tó yẹ sọ pé in tó lè jẹ́ káwa bọ́nú ẹ̀ ni pé ká get the hell out of Nigeria. Follow program ẹni tó bá follow program ni ó fi kọ́lé kò kọ́lé sí Saudi o. Ó ra hotel suite ní Saudi pẹ̀lú owó yẹn níbi tó ń pè ní Hilton Hotel. Àwọn ìbí làwọn tó fi máa ráyè máa kọ́lé wọ́n ti ṣe gbogbo ìbí yẹn gbẹ̀yìn tó bá lọ Dubai láti inú plane lọ́mọ máa ta lé fún yín ilé tá a lè rà wọ́n á máa tà fún wa tí wọ́n bá wá sọ pé I am in Nigeria I can't afford it wọ́n á máa pé irú Nàìjíríà ò ní wọ́n rò pé ó lè kan náà ní gbogbo wa wọ́n mọ̀ pé gbogbo wa kọ́ láàrin ó lè jà àwọn tó ró lè jà tó bá ti fi lọ̀ wọ́n báyìí wọ́n máa ra 4 ra 5 owó gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ló ń lò wọ́n lówó ara wọn. So hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì tóun náà tó rà á máa wo Kaaba báyìí tó bá wá dán pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ àwọn dẹ̀ máa níyàwó tó pọ̀ wá ya picture wá gbé sórí Instagram Allah Akbar Allah Akbar Allah Akbar Allah Akbar Allah Akbar lówó Nàìjíríà ṣe wá mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣòwò Nàìjíríà owó Lagos State ìbomúgọ̀lá wa wá máa lé Ìgbò nìkan mú àwọn ilé ìmọ̀ bọ́ ṣe ń gbowó àwọn ò ní láti ṣe bí àwọn Ìgbò ṣe ń ṣe torí pé Ìgbò nìkan la lè lẹ̀dí mọ́ torí à ń rí Ìgbò direct báyìí ní Lagos State bó ṣe rántí pé allocation ti Kano ń gbà is based on the local government ṣe rántí pé allocation tó ń san fún wọn fake monthly payment owó tó ń gbà ó ju ti many other states lọ mo mọ̀ bí ó tó ti Lagos or no I don't know but it is a lot inú ẹ̀ lọ ti ń yọ 5 million ọ̀nà fífi treat water òun convert sí dollar ó gbé lọ sí Saudi wọ́n ra property ọ̀rọ̀ ra hotel suite.
Kana hango masallacin Kaaba inna lillahi wa
ó ní oh my God iná ní láì iná lè rọ̀jùn béèyàn bá kó pé tó bá pè mí pé ó kú tí mo dẹ̀ pé Muslim iná ní láì iná ní rọ̀jú. That is just one person. Do you know multiple? Ẹ wá ní kọ́ pín Nàìjíríà fún yín, ó ready láti pín Nàìjíríà. Ṣé rántí pé commissioner lásán ni nígbà yẹn ló ṣe léyìí? How is he doing now? Lára rí sì tọ́ ṣe ní kọ́ lọ wá bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn nìyẹn. Ìyẹn lè ń ṣe máa ní come back home. Torí gbogbo àwọn tó à ń sọ yìí ẹ mọ̀ pé tá a bá wálé àní lè sọ kún náà báyìí. Àwọn tó wà nílé tó ń sọ kọ́ lọ́ máa bá wa fi ṣọ́ ẹ̀ṣọ́ wọn. So this is just one. Everyone go on so yeah, okay, mo te tika biba dele. Only this is just one out of many commissioner of APC in Kano. You okay? Yeah. I love you. Thank you. You miss me? Yeah. All right. I'll soon finish, okay? Okay. Only this is just one out of many. Ṣé mo pé ti Kano là ń sọ. Ṣé rántí speaker Obasa tí Sahara náà gbé àwọn information kan jáde owó kan tó ń rìn bí kòkòrò nínú account ẹ̀.
Commissioner APC Kano kenan da ƙananan hukumomi a cikin kwamishinoni da yawa da suka.
Don't forget, they are dollar starching bandit and his beer painting deputy.
Da kuma shi gwamnan sahibin zama kadaloli a cikin aljihu da mataimakinsa shugaban fentin giwu.
So, are you still calling for my arrest? Ṣé rí pé wọ́n máa gbára wọn lẹ̀ kọ́lọ̀ tí àwọn náà kọ́ lè gbára wọn lẹ̀. Mo kàn fẹ́ mú yẹn jáde kẹ́ lè bá ní background understanding what we are really dealing with. Now, we shall have truly Yoruba national military and security services. As soon as our country is born, we shall strike out boldly to create a strong and respectable defense system. The Army, the Navy, the Air Force, as well as military and civilian intelligence agencies. We shall equip each with exceptionally high levels of training, discipline, weaponry, equipment, loyalty to our country, and its goal of highest quality service to our people, and the mastery in the defense of every square inch of our country's territory. The most important character of our military forces is that they will be so trained as to put the interests of our country as their number one objective. Since the independence of all African countries, each African country has been living with military forces that were trained to uphold the interest of the colonial powers rather than the interest of their country. The terrible tradition started with the foreign trained military commanders of each country as a result of their training, look down on the political leaders of their country and refer spitefully to them as bloody civilians. This is why after independence, the military commanders were generally impatient with the politicians and why they were quick to carry out military coups and kill the political leaders. In Europe or in the United States, political conflict, even turmoil among political leaders can occur, and the military will never step in to restore order. Because of their training and their ingrained system of order and patterns of traditions, the British or the American military have utmost respect for their country's constitution, political system, and national leaders, and therefore, in the midst of the worst political storms among the politicians, they will leave the politicians to sort out things. If Britain had been an African country in recent times and going through the political instability that Britain has been going through, the army would have intervened. Similarly, if the United States had been an African country with all the instability that has been generated around former President Trump, the military would have taken over to restore order. The deputy of the military of any country is to obey the civilian government, to defend their country, to act when ordered by the civilian government to protect the interest of their country or to assert their country's will abroad, and to obey the order of the civilian government to suppress insurrection at home in order to enable the constituted government led by the politicians to carry on its constitutional duties. It is not the duty of the military to restore order by killing or arresting political leaders and seizing the control of the government. In our own Yoruba traditions and history of government by the Obas and its chiefs, with an army for the military duties, the military throughout the many centuries of our monarchy history live according to the truth stated in these above stances. We Yoruba can proudly say that these traditions are the reason why no Yoruba military officer has ever led or significantly participated in any military coup d'etat in Nigeria history. Our Orileede Yoruba military shall be trained and conditioned to live according to these traditions and to the best purposes of a strong and successful modern country. The destructive attitude, presumptions, disrespect of country, and the order that the colonial administration ingrained in the military leadership of African countries in the colonial times shall be fulfilled. Definitely and abidingly prevented by showing up in our country's military being from the start made up of our own men and women, trained and commanded by our own men and women, and not by foreign colonial military officers and administrator, shall live in the deepest respect for our country and for its traditions, leaders, constitution, laws, and government in Africa. Our country shall be known as the country in which the military keeps to the boundaries of their duties, and therefore as a country in which a military coup is impossible. Before we end the program, I want to remind us that General Dombozo, and many of you remember that video, the program we did continuously. Ta ló rántí ọ̀rọ̀ tí arákùnrin tán tí wọ́n gbé wá sí Senate l'America? How many people remember that video? It's in one of our programs that we've done frequently throughout last year. General Dombozo. How many people remember? Core value. Tom Bikwe is the core value for you to overthrow the government in Guinea-Bissau, because the people that train with the core value of America, àwọn ló máa padà gba ìjọba lọ́wọ́ ìlú yẹn. Security is a very, very big deal. And if we fail to get the hell out of Nigeria, we will all be trapped in the insecurity that we are experiencing today in Nigeria. There's not much Tinubu will be able to do to rectify the security. Name it, the Nigerian army is compromised. The Nigerian Navy allows as much of crime to take place on the sea and on the air, the Air Force. The sea, how many crude oil have left the offshore of Nigeria, and yet we keep wondering how come? Báwo ló ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀? It's because it's a compromised system. Again, when we look at the police, it's a very, very corrupt system as well. Like I said to you, the DSS doesn't even have the capacity to go after deadly criminal Fulani terrorists. What is Shakarameyi is because more righting, and your right continue to be embedded in the insecurity of Nigeria. So let's just go one more step, because we have just half an hour, because I have other engagement. Like I said, insecurity in Nigeria has been going on, like I said, for a very long time. I've just typed in the insecurity in Nigeria, and it comes up with the budget foundation. Nigeria rising insecurity, implications for Nigeria. This was an article written in 15th of April 2024 this year. I'm reading it for the first time. I just want to look at the insecurity in the country right now. Nigeria rising insecurity, implications for the Nigerian economy. Shenotikwe most saw the same thing at the beginning. Insecurity, it affects the whole sector, which is also known as the Nigerian economy today. The reason why we are struggling with the value of the naira is because of the insecurity. So let's read through and see if we can gain one or two things. The author is Ibukunolu James. Nigeria has long been regarded as one of the Africa's economic powerhouses due to its abundant resources and diversified populace. As a developing nation, Nigeria grapples with several security challenges that directly impact its economy, ranging from the insurgency to conflict between farmers and herders. These are different narratives. There's nothing like conflict. But let's just put it for argument's sake that there's a conflict between the farmers and the herders. Àwọn olóńpẹ̀ ní herders, tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ herders, àwọn tó ń da màálù. Ṣé ìjà wà láàrin àwọn méjèèjì ni? Àbí there's an agenda? Let's just go with the flow. To organize crime, looting, and adoption for ransom. This security threat not only undermined national stability and the rule of law, but also have adverse effect on economy, affecting the price, output, employment, trade balance, poverty, inequality, defense expenditure, government budget and patterns, social political environment, and several others. There is an high level of insecurity in the country, particularly in the northern region, where the Islamist jihadist group, Boko Haram, has become a threat to business activities. The lack of security continues to deter prospective investors from engaging in the business activities in these areas, leading to the stagnation. Let's quickly look at the word stagnation in the English dictionary today. When we use the word stagnation. So the word stagnation, spelled as Sarah Tango Alpha Golf November Alpha Tango India Oscar November. Stagnation. The state of not flowing or moving. That is the state where Nigeria is in. Bàbá Èkìtì á ní in tó wà tómi kan tó dá dúró síbì kan. Kò ṣàn lọ́wájú, kò ṣàn lọ sẹ́yìn. Ó ti di omi tó kọ̀ ti di dọ̀tí. Inside it, you don't know what is inside. Depending on how big it is, tó bá fẹsẹ̀ sínú ẹ̀, you can be trapped. Kódà ó lè sink ẹ̀. That is the current state of Nigeria. Then, something Papa says, economic stagnation is a prolonged period of a slow economic growth. Nigeria economy will not grow even after Tinubu complete his 8 years. The country is dead. And everybody must now understand the fact that it is because of the insecurity, and we cannot live in denial as Yoruba people to continue in this contraction that is stagnated. So, what is another word for stagnation? Stagnancy, inaction, inactiveness, inactive, the state of being inactive in Nigeria. What is it? Not that people are lazy, not that people don't want to do something. People are going out in the morning, but with the hope that something will go for something. No, country doesn't work like that. I know the reason why I've left my house. You know the reason why you have not left your house. Maybe because you are operating from the home. Many of you are waking up on a daily basis without understanding the purpose of life anymore. Your life has been stagnant since your completion of the youth services, don't put in NYSC. Don't blame yourself for that. There's no industry that has been created. Kódà títì tí yàn bá fẹ́ gbà kọjá, o gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ pé títì yẹn ó wà safe. Àwọn àdúgbò kan wà ó lè gbàbẹ̀ kọjá torí àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá. Àwọn àdúgbò kan wà tó bá gbàbẹ̀ kọjá, you are likely to be trapped in the traffic, and that means many of you are dying slowly because the country has been stagnant. Kò move rárá, inactive. Lóòótọ́ activities ìdábí pò ń lọ, èèyàn dé láti London. Ẹni tó dé láti London yẹn gan àkóbá ló jẹ́ fún yín. Àkóbá lẹ́yìn gan jẹ́ fún, because responsibility tẹ́ fẹ́ gbélé lọ́wọ́ kò lè ṣe. The government should take care of the millions of our responsibility, but rather ṣe làwọn ará Kánò ń gbówó lọ sí Mecca tó fi ń ra hotel sínú suite tí wọ́n lákọ̀rí. I'm sure tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa ó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. So let's go back because of my time constraint. 2 hours in the programming. If I cannot even go up to 2 hours, I'll be very happy. But let's see how far I can go. Consequently, many companies and businesses in the northern Nigeria have stopped operation due to the surge of lingering insurgency. Lóòótọ́, insurgency ń pa àwọn lọ́hùn. Kò ń ṣe inúgbó ni mò ń sọ, lọ́dọ̀ tiwa àròwó fi ṣòwò mọ́. How many Yoruba people have about 1 million naira to transact? Some have it, but not millions of Nigerians that are Yorubas have it. So we now have 30 million approximately Yoruba people that wakes up every day and they are not sure where the next meal will come from. Lóòótọ́, àwọn kan máa ṣe sàárà. Lóòótọ́, àwọn kan send owó sáwọn èèyàn kan. Lóòótọ́, àwọn kan lọ síbì kan wá fún wọn lóúnjẹ. Lóòótọ́, but is that a way of life? Is that a well-being taken care of by our government? By giving people handout. Àwa tá à ń fún yín lówó kò tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn. We cannot be giving you money every day, but tá a bá fún yín ní owó pé kẹ́ lọ establish business, that business collapsed within 2 months. 2 months, ó máa collapse. You know why? Onídìíná, and the energy is not there. Even tó bá sọ pé onídìíná, you are needing a lot of services that you will not be able to get. Kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe, because it's a country that is not producing jack shit. Almost everything that we use in Nigeria is imported into the country, and that literally means that the country cannot function in that directive. That is the reason why Nigeria has been inactive for a very long time. Tinubu can't is the cause of the problem, but he is thinking in his forehead that he can rectify the economic damage by bringing Cardoso and Wale Edun. Those two will probably just have more BP, and if they're not careful, they can die. They are brilliant Yoruba people, but they are dealing with something that is bigger than them. Àfi tó bá yẹ pé àwọn náà kàn fi bá Tinubu manage bó ṣe máa move owó jáde nínú Nàìjíríà. Ibi tí Tinubu ń kówó tiẹ̀ lọ láì tí mọ̀ nísìn. But àti mọ̀ bí tí Kánò tó ń gbé tiẹ̀ lọ. Banditry has served and far-reaching the consequences for the economy of the affected areas. The insensate activities of the bandits have created a pervasive sense of fear. Ìbẹ̀rù. Fear. Ẹlòmíì gan said, ikú yàn tí dé, but ìbẹ̀rù mú lára. Yes, ẹ lè máa rò pé operation lọ nínú Nàìjíríà, but until tí nǹkan mi bá tún ṣe gbágá, hey, who, just like we saw January 16. Yoruba people think everything has become very quiet. Kò sí wàhálà mọ́ torí pé Tinubu wà níbẹ̀. Wàhálà yẹn wọ́n bá yín dé mọ́lẹ̀ ni, and they will expose it more. Kékeré lẹ́rí tó kọ̀ pop up ní north. Have you ever thought that after these old activities of the northern protest, kí ló ṣì wà nínú baggage tó fi gbé jáde? Ṣé wọ́n ní ṣì ní wọ́n ṣì ní another joker tó fi fún wa? Because the Russian flag was like, níbo lélẹ̀ ti jáde? Tó bá gbé nǹkan mi jáde tí I expect, tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń pa gbogbo èèyàn ní gbogbo southwest. Are you thinking of so many things like that? Ó lè má pa wá physically, but internally, we are all been killed because we have people that knows us more than we know ourselves right now. And yet, we have governors that care less about the security of the land and properties of millions of Yoruba people. And they will tell you they are doing something. I can tell you they are doing fuck all. They are not doing anything. They are stupid, and they need to walk away right now before the Yoruba people will rise and chase them. We will chase them. Most of you are chasing. Àwa la máa chase yín, but ó kù díẹ̀ nìbọn ró. Given the region's predominant reliance on agriculture as the cornerstone of its economy, the present bandits have disrupted agricultural activities as farmers are often afraid to cultivate their field. Money mo ṣì dá sọ̀rọ̀ pé Fúlàní wọnú gbóyàn pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ DSS. Don't ask me all the details. Mo bá DSS sọ̀rọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà lẹ́nìí. And all they told me is that, Mr. Koiki, there's not much we can do. We are looking into it. Because Olokbo le handle the situation anymore. And you wonder, where are the governors? They are just too busy consuming some other things that is not having a ripple effect on the lives and millions of our people. So just to move swiftly, the displacement of over 200,000 individuals has now resulted in the abandonment of the farmland. Food crisis, banditry has forced many people to flee their homes, abandon the businesses and the livelihoods. The economic displacement of individuals and community has created a ripple effect affecting the local market, small businesses, and overall economic productivity. Lóòótọ́ oúnjẹ wá láti náà, èyí tó ń supplement ní southwest, ṣe mọ̀ pé yẹn ti cut out. That means that there is more pressure in the north that is not delivering the food. Ẹ mọ̀ bí tó ń gbóúnjẹ lọ nísìn níjẹ́. The reason why they're not bringing more food downstairs is because what fi ìjà ebi pa wá. And you wonder where all the governors are. This is the time for them to come quickly and start pushing more effort. Ẹ kó ìbọn fáwọn Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn kó protect àwọn àgbẹ̀. Kò ń ṣe ìtaṣe máa pè kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. This particular farm, Timon Soy, we have been dealing with the issue for the last few months, yet it has not been resolved. but abani kọ́ lọ gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tẹ́ kọ́ gbé ṣe mọ̀ fáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa gbé. I can tell you that. You might say but Koiki kọ́ lọ pa wọ́n kọ́ ṣe kìnnìkan ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ yẹn ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ yẹn. We are not saying a lot out in the public, but I can tell you that the danger ahead will be felt by every one of us. I send 1 million sáwọn èèyàn wa nílé wá sọ pé kò tó. I fún wọn ní 2 million naira wá ní kò tó. Ẹ máa wonder pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Àwa gan need owó ní bíbá. It's because there is a likelihood of us dying quicker because the north will not bring food down to the southwest. One mama reduce the numbers of trucks tó ń gbóúnjẹ wá sísàlẹ̀. Wọ́n ń gbóúnjẹ yẹn lọ sí Niger, which means that they are preparing for war. Wọ́n gbóúnjẹ yẹn pé kọ́tà, wọ́n ń tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ síbẹ̀. While we have Benin Republic, so yẹ káwọn náà máa fóúnjẹ pamọ́ sínú silos. Ṣé mọ̀ pé the whole of the silos in the southwest is empty? How many of you know that? Ṣé mọ̀ pé tí Tinubu bá ní kó release the grain? Ṣé mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe ọ̀dọ̀ wa ló ti ń release ẹ̀? Mọ̀ mi, I'm telling you now today. Gbogbo rice tó máa ní kó release the grains. It is not from the southwest anymore. It is coming from the north. You know why? Because for decades, our governors did not create any silos. Wọ́n tán pè ní silos. Ibi tó máa ń tọ́jú oúnjẹ pamọ́ sí, grains, àgbàdo mostly, rice, àti gàrí. I don't know if they can preserve the beans for a very long time torí kòkòrò. Those meals in Kometanye can survive people for a very limited time so that ká lè ní nǹkan nínú. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé tó bá ti fi ebi pa wá, ṣe mọ̀ fáàní lè jà. Ó yá ẹni ká wá lọ́jà. Ṣe lóúnjẹ. Oúnjẹ mélòó lẹ́ni? Tá bá ní ká lọ́jà nísìn, oúnjẹ mélòó la ní? Mo ń bèrè ni. Ǹjẹ́ a ní enough oúnjẹ pé tó lè last wa fún 1 year tá bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ogun nísìn? Tí bá ní ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ ogun nísìn pẹ̀lú wọn, ṣá ní oúnjẹ tó lè last wa fún ọdún kan. Kó tó tẹ̀ di pé UN máa involve láti gbé oúnjẹ wọlé, and that takes time. Because tó bá máa mobilize àwọn ní warehouse all over the world. Tógun bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Nigeria nísìn, it will take at least the first 6 months before they can even think about bringing food to your table. And many lives will be lost. And that's why I said we should prepare for about 1 million Yoruba people will die. Ebi máa pa àwọn èèyàn kú ni. It's not something I love to say, but that is a fact. Kò ń ṣe ìbọn ló máa pa àwọn èèyàn. Oúnjẹ bí ló máa pa àwọn èèyàn. People will die. Livestock farming is also a crucial economic activity in the Northwest, and the involvement of the bandit has led to the rustling of cattle and the other livestock. These not only result in economic losses for the herders, but also disrupt the meat and the dairy product supply chain. Kì í ṣe vegetarian in Nigeria, nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Forget about gbogbo climate kí ní tán sọ yẹn. Àwa máa ń jẹran. Ìran tí wá ń jẹran. Kì í ṣe veg. Kì í ṣe vegetarian. Ó níṣẹ́ tí gbogbo àwọn kìíní yẹn ń ṣe lára. But at the end of the day, ṣé mo pọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá mi nísìn pé ó ti kódà ẹran ọ̀gbẹ́gan àríjẹmọ́. Ẹ mọ̀ why? Ó àlè lọ sínú farm lọ pa ẹran ọ̀gbẹ́ mọ́. Fèbí bàbá tó pa nísìn, ta rí fídíò ẹ̀ tí gbogbo wa ti rí. Especially ìtẹ́ bá wà nínú WhatsApp group Koikimedia, ẹ ti rí nínú ẹ̀. Ṣé mọ̀ pé ó ṣeéṣe kó yẹ pé ó kàn ní kóhun bí a trap tó dẹ sílẹ̀ fún ẹran ọ̀gbẹ́ tó fẹ́ lọ gbé ni wọ́n pa. The prevailing insecurity discourage both the domestic and the foreign investment. Níbi tí mi dé ní Simawa ní mo fẹ́ wá invest in Nigeria, ọ̀fọ̀rí mi fagbọ̀n ni. I would rather give people money than to come and invest. Because investing is a risk that is not worth it in this junction. Because Nigeria is in a state of distress and anything can happen. All of us can lose our money. All of us can lose our properties. And all of us can lose our lives. We just pray that it does not take many lives and properties and our livelihood. But Togunba Bere, you will lose as much of your money because the central bank will go. Sudan. Lately, Adoption for ransom has become the new money-making venture for kidnappers. Having recorded an average of 13 persons are adopted daily in Nigeria as first half of 2021, títí di wákàtí. Mo kí wa Koikimedia team. Títí bí ṣe ń bá ọmọ Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀ ní wákàtí, an average of 13 Nigerians are kidnapped for ransom. Ẹni tó bá ní wàá filẹ̀, ẹni tó bá ní wọ́n yanjú ẹ̀dànù. Wàá pa amajera at the fertilizers in Ugbo. In the future, àwọn yẹ̀pẹ̀ kan wà téèyàn kan bá fi kọ́lé ta débẹ̀ ta bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń gbá yẹ̀pẹ̀ yẹn ta rí specimen of egungun a máa secure ọbẹ̀ yẹn lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ó ti di crime scene kò ń ṣe nísìnyí lọ́jọ́ iwájú ibẹ̀ yẹn di crime scene àwa lọ test egungun yẹn a sọ precisely ìgbà tẹ́ni yẹn kú a dẹ̀ sọrú egungun tó jẹ́ ṣé egungun ọmọ Yorùbá ní àìmọye egungun ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ nínú igbó tí ó wà uncountable. The lives of the Yoruba people means nothing to many of the politicians. They are bloodsuckers. And they care less about how many people will die because I will not take panyo. Within 6 months, this has transgenerated 6,700 Nigerians died within the space of 10 months. The same Yoruba man, ìgbà tí ẹ máa tẹ̀ jẹ́ kí security kó wálẹ̀ díẹ̀. Rather, the security has become very, very bad and worse. So in 2021, an average 13-person Nigerians ni wọ́n kidnap, and that means about 2,700 falling the victim of kidnapping. In 2024, over 100 adoption cases have been recorded by the police. This surge in the adoption has instilled a pervasive sense of fear and uncertainty among the populace. Ìbẹ̀rù wọ mọ́tò, mọ́rú mọ́tò tó fẹ́ wọ̀ bí i one chance ni. Ìbẹ̀rù fẹ́ jáde o mọ̀gbà tó lè wọlé padà. Lóòótọ́ à ń bẹ Ọlọ́run, but that is not the situation. The situation is for the country to have a steady energy. Tá bá níná tó stable, a lè sọ fún gbogbo àwọn èèyàn agbékọ́ lọ fi CCTV camera sí gbogbo ilé wọn. And from one house to the one house, we can trace when people are kidnapped. But ṣé lè tí kò tẹ̀ sí ná? Àbí? Do you understand what I'm saying? The rich think they are the target. Meanwhile, in the case of Nigerian insecurity, they are not target groups, just the victims of different tribes and classes. As a result of the insecurity in the country, many businesses and companies are closing down. Operations are relocating to other African countries for fear of loss of lives and properties, which is the main responsibility of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. His main responsibility as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is to make sure that every Nigerian lives and property are well secured. Rather, over 100 Nigerians have died. And don't blame them for burning down things. You blame the president for refusing to listen to the cries of the innocent ones that are crying. Even if we know Peter Obi and Atiku and the Northerners have an hidden agenda. But to move swiftly because of the time, 15 minutes before the end of the program. The livestock sector is also aggressively affected since many bandits are reportedly from the pastoral community. The government response to banditry requires an efficient allocation of resources towards the security operations. You might think that that's what they do, but rather they're doing the opposite. The only people that should be protected and given the well-equipped are the security operatives, the Air Force, the Navy, the Army. But do you know what? Tolulokpa Rotile was killed. And you wonder, are we serious that we have a government? That should be the most protected individual in Nigeria as the first female helicopter combat pilot in the history of the 55 years of the Navy Force or the Naval or whatever they call them. But yet, this innocent, poor Okun girl from Kogi State, a friend came to visit her. How did the friend even get into the unit? Well, no security military barracks. You have to go through a proper vetting. Okay, let's even assume and that's the end. That is the kind of country that we find ourselves in a messed up country called Nigeria. The impact of the banditry on the economy is multifaceted and a deeply concerned. Addressing the security situation is an imperative, not only for the population safety, but also for the economic stability and the development of the country. That is if the country will ever be developed. Although the Nigerian government approach to combat terrorism has varied, all I can say is that Tinubu says, without no security tag on their leg, all we know is that she's a flight risk. Money will be back better. Only how many hours? Nita nisin. To ba di 10 abi 11 come wonu le. We will revoke that bail condition. To ngbadun lowo nisin. Inu prison lo ma fi si. Even with a £70,000 deposit. Àwọn tó wá pààyàn tó yọ ẹ̀mí kúrò lára èèyàn. Tinubu ní kó release wọn síta. Pé ṣe bí wọ́n ti ṣe àwọn training kékèké tó ní kó ṣe. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti fi Quran búra. Ìyẹn náà ti tó. Muslim ticket. So as I leave us this evening, in case I do not come back out for the next program, you'll definitely be watching more of me in the next future program. This is your Koikimedia, where we discuss self-determination. All I've been going through in the last 2 hours now is talking about what we should expect in the next generation of a Yoruba national military and security services. Not the one that intimidates you. A military services doesn't need your phone. TMI5 bá fẹ́ access phone mi, wọ́n mọ̀ tó lè ṣe láti fi access it from their own base. Tó bá fẹ́ penetrate wọnú ilé, tó fi máa listen sí nǹkan tí mò ń sọ, wọ́n mọ̀ tó lè ṣe. Ibi tí technology ti dé nírọ̀lẹ́ nìyẹn. But since we are living in a country that doesn't understand innovative, is an analog, they are still thinking that ó dìgbà tó bá rí ẹ̀yin, ó yá open your mobile phone. Ó yá diaspora number. Yahoo, in the 21st century, where you are having friends all over the world with different numbers, yet they automatically put everybody in that bracket. Our insecurity in here. But many of you say you want one Nigeria. I say one Nigeria is not for us. It can never be for us. Let us now work together collectively and pull out of the country. But since some of you are still loyal to Tinubu, I pray that Tinubu will give you enough security to protect you from everything I have said in this live broadcast. If Tinubu cannot do such, then there's no point respecting Nigeria. We can pull out together and we can all do it together. So Moki Bugwalen can say, from Babawa Sanjo Fakoyede, and this program ended at exactly 2 hours. 1 hour, 47 minutes. That means I have 13 minutes to appreciate as many of you. If I didn't mention your name, don't just get a little bit ick. It's just that probably Arini or Kamati Timopewambe. Moki Shekina Glory TV, our team, and the Koikimedia, and all our external medias as well. Moki Babawa Okwe Oluwa Olamide Okwe. Moki brother Minuruddin. Great job, White Lion. Blessings. No going back. Olapade Camille. No going back. You said. Julius Kende Moki Ese Ekushe Bugwano Lajon She. Ayodele Owolade. So White Lion, well done. I always enjoy your analysis and I appreciate you as well. And also Moki, Mr. David Shotunde Okolawon, okay, thumbs up. Please add more volume. Emma Bino, I'm not sure where that was coming from. Belato Domini, Moki went out and Igboho, Moki Buba Mobile Yoruba, like you in the Consilia, the people of Bawani, Kogi ati Kwara, Kotigbenosi Mike. Babami Adewale Adeyemi, and the video has been watched very well. I do appreciate, and I've seen that my other brothers and sisters from the other media have also cropped part of what I need from my platform. Like I always say, my videos are all there for you to use, and I will not come for you, but always let people know that this video is extracted from the Koikimedia. I love the way you copy my video and put it on your platform, make money out of it. I don't have an issue, but I just come up with a lot of the Koikimedia, the video in Tiwa, Mwasi platform you are recorded. That means that it's an infringement. Molobe Moki awon yawo mi moki awon mo moki mom si mi dada moki gbogbo yin ya ti e ti pe wa te fe ra ticket àtàwọn tó ń ra ticket lọ́wọ́. Dizzy Man has also confirmed that owó tí a fi ra ticket yẹn ó kéré ju owó tó wọ́n ní lọ nínú àpò wọn lọ́ni fi owó wọn gbogbo wa. We still have few tickets to sell out. We appreciate if you can get us that ticket so that we can get some other things prepared. If you have anything that you want to offer for the rally, get in touch with me. I might have a few flags that I'm not giving out. Emma Ralowo Mini, Eminimo Niye Furami, Konshowo Tony Kafishe, Ama Tayeni, Oyeyinisin. So the 25-meter flag, I can tell you, is currently in London. Tibani currently in London. I've asked them to return it back for me to London. We will be using that on that fateful day as well. It's going to be a good outing. So if you're not too sure about anything about the rally, please reach out to any of our medias. I can assure you that they will be ready to take your inquiries. Mukente our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter space, go all the way down to, say we have many good babas that we can rely on, and that is Igbowo, Babakitoye, and many of them, Chief Imam, George Akinola, Moki Dewo, Eniafe, Moki our Elizabeth, and many of you, Yawa Comfort Ologunja, Shakiru Aziz, my brother, Lanre Jinodu, Mokini Phase 2, Mokini Phase 4, Mokini Thomas, Mokini Gbogbo Lagos Islands in mainland, Mokini Oshodi, Mokini Gbogbo Ekpetedo, Moki Gbogbo Omo Yoruba, regardless of your belief in what we do or not, Olakunle Mokie, we know that, like I said yesterday, Tinubu is the last joker, and we hope that Tinubu will do as more. The ticket is £100. It's a very football. It's a very, very small fee. Emma Joninwe, you're having a dinner with Igbowo. I don't think some of you understand what that means. You are sitting in the same room. Emma Binukwe, the number cannot go as more than that. But Nino Rally, you will also be in a rally. Tigbowo Ninwe. And I can always appreciate him. A lot of people have taken advantage of his name. Many reports keep coming back on my table. We will go after you by speaking to you. You cannot pull Igbowo's name down. I had a report came to my desk about 1 or 2, 3 things that happened in Nigeria that people are using his name for one thing or the other. Mommy Canada, she was crying. Mommy. One hour ti mugbo. Money ni boletu to gbon ma. One only 25 years. The government ma fún gbogbo fún Yoruba nation tan se. Money, yes, there's a bill coming out. I don't know how soon that bill will finally come out. Biati come out, Yoruba mati loni, biako come out ni. But yes, we are aware that there's a bill that states that I want to pay break in Nigeria on my phone 25 years or 10 billion naira fine. And the mother was a little bit excited. So you must have seen that. I know sometimes we see headlines, but Koda Baba Lokolodo, Emago Baba Kondoma, or send video consume me and be on share not to follow this kind of headline. Tebate Gbopo by Yoruba Nation. Anytime you lost Bene, then Rigbo at Baba Kitoye, only YouTube let him go work by Yoruba Nation. Tebate by Yoruba Nation, Consilato do YSDN, Lato do Yoruba World Media, Kutuansilato do Koiki. So you can see headline. People use different headline for their program. People use different. I tend to use Baba Kitoye and myself. We'll go and be picture concerning I don't have the time for that. My own is to deliver the message and my analysis. And as long as you're happy with that, that's fine. Mokiyawa Mary, Moki Bugwayi, Mommy Mitia, Wanule Moki Olushola, Shoga, Moki Dada, Tawoti Gbowosha, Mokini Soccer, Mokini Bubitebawa. Either one in Europe. Look, I understand that you can say, Atiwasi London, to ban ni we to le fi jade. Make it down. Tell ban ni we, tell if you travel. I understand. But into ba mu epo ni we, just get a ticket anything. If you are welcome Igbowo from Europe, is worth it. Moki Prophet Ologunluwa, this man, Ijayaja Moki, lẹ́ǹkan sí Moki gbogbo wa pé a máa ṣoríire nínú nǹkan tá gbé dání. Àwọn kan rò bóyá àṣeyọrí ò ní jáde nínú ẹ̀. Ṣé wọn àwọn kan jókòó pé wọ́n fẹ́ rí ìbàjẹ́ pé kò ní ṣeé ṣe. Àwa dẹ̀ kọ́ la gbéṣẹ́ ìdání. Lóòótọ́, èmi lè máa jókòó kí n máa pariwo ní bíbá. Ọlọ́run tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ó ń báṣẹ́ lọ tiẹ̀. Bóyá north ló ti máa dàrú ni, bóyá south west ni, bóyá lọ́dọ̀ àwọn Simon Ekpa ni, bóyá true nǹkan kan ni, but something would trip off and the light would go off completely and the end of Nigeria will finally be ìtàn. Soviet Union was stronger than Nigeria nígbà tó break off. Kò ń ṣe Nigeria ló máa kọ́kọ́ pín, kò dẹ̀ ní jẹ́ the last country tó máa pín. ìlú tó sì máa pín lẹ́yìn Nàìjíríà máa wà. Ó bẹ́tà ká lọ gba ìdánimọ̀ wa ká mọ̀ páwa lélẹ̀. There's nothing wrong in having our own policy, having our own military, having our own navy. Gbogbo yẹn là ń ṣe ń pariwo pé ká kúrò ní Nàìjíríà. Mo kí bàbá wa Adékúnlé Súlè, ìyá mi Aisha Adétúnjí, mo kí yín. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń ṣètò kó bá lè dá. Mo kí Taofik Quadri, mo kí Tony Ages, Adams Ọlámilékan, ìyá mi Abọ́sẹ̀dé Rachel, mo kí yín. Mo kí gbogbo ẹni tí Ìkòròdú ọ̀gá. Mo kí Usman, mo kí àwọn tó ń wò mí láti Kano. I had a call from Kano. Ọmọ Yorùbá ni wọ́n. They wanted to confirm something with me. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn Yorùbá community tó ń gbé ní Kano, tó ń gbé ní Kaduna. I asked him, kí lẹ ń ṣe ní Kano? Mo ní sọ ọmọ Hausa ló fẹ́ ni, kò ń sọ ọmọ Hausa ló fẹ́, but mo ní sọ ẹ̀yà tó fẹ́, but somewhere from that region. As long as they can find love in whatever they are doing. But he was happy to hear from me when I put a call to them. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò mí ní northern part of Nigeria. Mo kí Chris, mo kí Arole Oduduwa, mo kí Alaja, Samfast TV, mo kí Baba Kunle Shita, Mighty Action. How you dey? I dey here. J3Y sọ pé long time uncle. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn tó ń bẹ ní gbogbo border wa, from Idiroko all the way through that axis. I know it's a very tough time. Torí pé gbogbo àdúgbò yẹn wọ́n ní wá lára gan lérí àyẹn. Ẹ má react. Torí pé they will tag us quickly. I know you are all hot. I am hotter than you. But ẹ jẹ́ ká túbọ̀ ṣe sùúrù díẹ̀ sí. Mo kí Adékúnlé Plenty, mo kí brother mi tó gbẹ̀yìn tẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ mi ní orí ìkànnì ní ọ̀sán Colitech Pella 1498 and as many of you. I gotta go now, like I said. I should be in a meeting right now, and I'm sure they're waiting for me as well. And it's a very, very, important meeting. And on that note, mo kí gbogbo àwọn OPC, mo kí àwọn Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà, mo kí gbogbo different organizations nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, mo kí àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re. I know one day, the truth tí ẹ rò pé ẹ lè tọ́jú pamọ́, ó máa jáde sí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, especially ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà lẹ́yìn pé kí ìran Yorùbá kó má kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà. Gbogbo tẹ́ bá ń jẹ níbẹ̀ will not be stopped, but àwa máa kúrò nínú ẹ̀. Gbogbo àwa stop tá bá kúrò, time will tell. Struggling right now for the Yoruba people, ó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn many of our elders, mostly the politicians that doesn't want the Yoruba people to be free. And on that note, iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ìbí wa, kàgbéga fàlẹ́rí, ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bàtí bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá, ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira, ní kẹ̀kẹ́ ká máa lépa, ìtẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára, ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ, ìwọ ní ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. And on that note, have a very good evening. We'll catch up tomorrow. If not, if I can still make it out again, I will try. But I don't want to say anything because my wife always say, ìwọ ló promise wọn kó máa jáde o, ó yá má sùn. Mo dẹ̀ máa ń sọ pé sójà ò kì í sùn nínú ilé yìí torí pé ojú kan làdá ní. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí o, Oòduà gbé wa kò ní gbé ọ̀dàlẹ̀ láàrin wa. Mo kí gbogbo yín o. Thank you so much, Olúṣọ̀gá. Bá ń kíyàwó àtọmọ. And on that note, bye for now.